10 million lines. So sometimes if you find a bug, it's 10 million lines that you have to go to find the bug. It's crazy, Builderall is huge. But we have a huge team of developers. The way we work is, we sell a lot in Brazil. As you guys know, we are top sellers in Brazil. We are still growing a lot in Brazil, and we make a lot of money in Brazil, but we don't make profit in Brazil. So what we do is we sell, more money, and we invest in more developers, right? So even this month, we hired 3 new guys. We hired one guy just for CRM, another guy just for the canvas, and another guy just for mailing boss, right? So we have help on that thing. And we don't hire like ship programmers. We hire like the best guys. We pay a lot of money. We took those guys to the companies they are working, and we give the chance to work with Builderall. We have a lot of benefits working with Builderall. They can come to the United States, stay here with us, spend some time. They have this thing about working in something that's very different, very unique. Everybody knows Builderall in Brazil, so it's a good thing. And we bring the best guys to work with Builderall. So that's how it works. So we have a team to work with the site builder. We have a team to work with the e-commerce. We have a team to work with mailing boss. Now we have a new team working with the CRM. And we have the Russian guys. The Russian guys develop other tools like the webinars and the e-learning, all those things. So we have teams, and those teams are actually developing new stuff. And inside every single team, we have the developers of new stuff, and we have the guys who works with the bugs, right? Now, as you guys see, it is a software. I don't think like Windows is 100% now after 20 years, right? Software, guys, is something like, it's not that simple, all right? And it has problems. It has to work. It works, but sometimes, like, it's just like you have a regular business and it's raining. You guys ever work with something like that? You have a regular business, you have to get people on your business, but snowing, raining. You have a problem that you have no control, right? Sometimes when you are working with softwares, that things happen. For example, we have a problem in Brazil yesterday. We stayed like offline for 10 minutes, I guess. It was a problem on the data center. So I have no control of that thing. We have huge machines, we have awesome servers, we have a premium package on the data center, but the data center had a problem in Brazil. So, right, it's a software, it's a system, you don't have control of everything. For example, Google Chrome, those guys change like every week. When they change, we have to change after that. So for example, you guys know we can't have the autoplay anymore. You know that, right? It doesn't work with Google Chrome. Now it's going back to work again because they decided, oh, that was a bad move, everybody's complaining, now we're going to put this thing to work again. So we made some changes to make it work with Google Chrome. Now it's like it was just a waste. We don't have to do this anymore, it's going to work. So Facebook changes all the time, all those platforms. So it is a software. If you want to work with a software, if you want to work with Builderall, you want to make money with Builderall, work with us, you got to have this on your mind. Don't go crazy. Okay, it's nothing like, oh, that's for today or everybody's going to die. It doesn't happen like that, all right? You got to learn how to work with software. And to work with software, sometimes you have just to turn it off the computer and go for a walk and go back in 1 hour, it's going to be solved. All right, guys? Because this is how it works. There is nothing you can do about that. But the cool thing is, if you are working with Builderall, you are building a business in one of the best niches that we have today, right? Every single company will gotta have online presence. Digital marketing is going to be the only way to go. It's not going to make sense anymore to do billboards and all those things. Let's talk about billboards. It's expensive, right? And nobody cares for the billboards because someone is driving and someone beside the driver is on the phone, right? And guys, the driver is on the phone as well. Not even the driver is looking for the billboards, right? So, and other thing, why would you spend money in a billboard if you don't know how much money you are making with that kind of advertisement? Magazines, billboards, flyers, and sponsoring events and all those things. It's just to keep your brand there, but you're not selling. And that's actually for big companies, right? For example, Super Bowl, millions and millions of dollars in 1 minute advertisement. Now, come on, you guys remember the best advertisers in Super Bowl? Okay, anyone remember one best advertisers for the past 3 years in Super Bowl?
Beer. Beer.
No, guys. It's huh? On the GoDaddy, Wix, Squarespace, right? So, do you think those guys have money to spend because nobody's going to stop watching and I'm just going to create a website? It's not going to happen, right? It's just like for branding recognition. And for the past 3 years, on the middle of the game, you saw GoDaddy, Wix, and Squarespace. That means that we are on the right ways, working on the right niche, doing the right thing. Okay, guys? So, as you can see, how many people are coming to this thing. So, there is no other way to go. It is all about digital marketing. Builderall is on the marketplace to be one of the best digital marketing tools, right? We don't have the super duper script that's going to tell you what your lead was thinking when they actually subscribe on your page. But we have a lot of things to create the page, to create the sales page, the checkout, the upsell, the downsell, the membership area. We have the browser notifications, it's working great. We have this chatbot, and we have the webinars, and if we need something else that we don't have, we can develop, right guys? So that's the whole thing about Builderall. So you are creating your business on the right time, on the right niche, with, I would say, with the right company, because we are very focused on this thing. And we are very focused on having you guys creating this business on Builderall. What we see in Brazil is actually people selling accounts. Like they have the accounts and they are making like $5,000 a month with the account. They can sell the account. It is a business that you can sell. You can't do that with a regular affiliate business, right? But if you are going to actually join Builderall, work with us, take this opportunity or this tool for other people, other business, like everybody needs Builderall. People doesn't know that, but everybody needs online presence, digital marketing, or stuff like that, right? If you are going to do that, you gotta learn how to work with software. And software is something that nobody can guarantee like 100% of the time, because it's impossible, right? Not even Google can guarantee that. Not even Facebook. I guess in the past month, Facebook went down 2 times. So, and for Facebook, can you imagine the loss they have going down for 5 minutes? Like we are talking about millions of dollars in 5 minutes, right? But you can't guarantee. So the only thing that you have to do is relax, shut down the computer, go for a walk, come back in 1 hour. You can call Shelly. Right? This is the way to go. For example, right now we were trying, and we got a bug with the menu. And it's because the system doesn't know how you are actually going to behave when you are doing the website. You're going to go to edit menu, and then you bring menu to the header and to the body, and then you go to pre-visualization, and the system gets crazy. Don't worry. Save the website, reload it, everything is going to work again, right? And if you are going to use the editor and you don't see those things, clean the cache, and then you're going to reload the new editor with those new things, right guys? So take it easy. We are working in something that's really, really cool. It's growing a lot. Builderall is one of the tools that grows most. You can go to alexa.com. You guys know alexa.com? Go to alexa.com and put all our competitors there. Put Wix, Builderall, ClickFunnels, lead pages, put everybody there. You will see that Builderall is growing like every day, and the other tools is going down, right? Because we are getting their clients, right guys? So you are in the right place, on the right time. We are getting better and better and better and better, and you have the chance to create your business with Builderall, right? One more thing, when I was in Brazil 2 weeks ago, I made some presentations in some universities, and actually it was a sales funnel, and I went through the sales funnel of the guy. So he invited me to do the presentation, but in the end of the day, he actually was trying to do business with me. So The thing is, they have a lot of students of programming, and they are doing great stuff there. And they have this building that they had to rent the building for companies, and the companies will rent the building and hire the programmers to develop new stuff, cool stuff, and all those things. And I said, oh, that's good, because this is the fuel of our company. We need the programmers, right? And okay, I have some interest in that. Let's talk about it. And then we saw they had a huge lab and programmers to work with the virtual reality, 3D, and all those things. And I am thinking, how can we actually develop something that we can have the virtual reality on regular websites, right? So for example, you're gonna go to a pizzeria website, you can create your pizza, but you can have the feeling like you are actually creating the pizza, right? And you can have a store, instead of having just the products there, you can have actually, you can feel like you are in a store. So right now, this is things that may feels like, okay, that's crazy stuff, because we don't have the equipment. But in a few years, everybody will have those glasses in their home. The virtual reality will be something really, really present in our lives. Facebook is developing the whole system for virtual reality. And we are going to create this lab in Brazil with those new programmers, just to start creating something for virtual reality. It's something that may take like 5 years, doesn't matter. We can actually have those guys working for 5 years, and 5 years is going to be the big thing. We're going to be already there with the virtual reality. So that's how we are trying to create this business. We are creating something for our kids and for the next generation. We are doing something that I can build a business, make money with this thing, and give to my kids. So we are always looking in 5 years, 10 years, as we can reach. We cannot reach like 10 years. I don't know what's going to happen in 10 years. Actually, I don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. But we are trying to look into 5 years to create something and be ready when those guys bring those stuff to the internet. We're going to have this thing on the Builderall, right, guys? And again, the idea of Builderall that we say, it's the platform that you need to transform your $1 million idea into a $1 million business. And that's true. This is something that you can do. We have people who created an awesome business and they're making a lot of money with Builderall. Because in the end of the day, what do you need? You need a website, you need an email marketing, you need a membership area, you need a checkout, you need a system to deliver your products, you need to do business online. And everything that you need to do, you can do with Builderall, right? It makes sense. For us, who's going to work with Builderall, the best thing is the two-tier system. The two-tier system is something that was like only a genius can think about that, right? Because it's not a multi-level marketing. We know that a lot of people have some kind of rejection of multi-level marketing. It's not, and it's not a regular affiliate system. It's something that you have some leverage, not being a multi-level marketing, right? Because in the end of the day, the math doesn't go good with multi-level marketing, right? But on the two-tier system, it's more like a franchise system. It's something like I have my business, and I'm going to have some people working with me, okay? And the way that we are doing this thing now, how long do I have?
You have 8 minutes.
Oh, okay. So the thing that we are doing this thing now, we are creating the new products for January. We are creating the new canvas and CRM and all those things, so we can actually be complete. And we are creating new funnels, a new way to bring people to use Builderall, promote Builderall, making money with Builderall, right? So we got a lot of experience from those guys selling multi-level marketing. And in my opinion, if those guys can sell a multi-level marketing product, you can use that strategy to sell anything, right? Because it's hard to sell a business opportunity on multi-level marketing nowadays. So we got some ideas, we got some strategy, we studied a little bit, and we created this funnel to bring people to work with Builderall. Now the cool thing is, they're going to use this funnel to join Builderall, start working with Builderall, promoting Builderall, actually building stuff on Builderall, and then they will realize, oh, this is a cool thing, and I actually already have some people here in my downline, so I'm going to upgrade. We're going to give the chance, and we're going to give a step-by-step assistance so they can join Builderall, starting building a downline, and then when they will see the downline, they will see how much money they can make if they upgrade, and then they're going to be invited to upgrade. So it's going to be a very step-by-step. We're not gonna give you the button to upgrade if you don't have it online. Because if you cannot build it online for free, you cannot build it online like for people paying. So we're gonna do it step by step. You join Builderall, here you go, you can invite 5 people with this invitation, with this page, with this funnel. Once we have 5 people here, you're gonna go to step 2. On step 2, we're gonna have those 5 people with, inviting 5 people each one. So you're gonna start creating. Okay, now you have 30 people on your downline. Makes sense because they will have 30 people on their downline in a few days. So now you can upgrade because you know the business is working. And beside that, they can use the tool. So it's actually, I don't know if you guys can have the picture when I'm talking, but actually it's a very, very powerful funnel. We already tested it, it worked. It's a kind of a viral funnel. It's really, really good. We're going to launch this funnel in January. So if you are working with Builderall as a business opportunity, you know you're going to have an awesome tool, awesome platform. You have the whole team working on the product. The product has to be good and it's getting better every day. The cool thing is, everybody who joined Builderall is using Builderall. You guys know the tool. You are using the product, right? It's not like just affiliation. You are using the product. So we're going to have a better product and we're going to have a better funnel to bring people for the business opportunity. And we're going to have 11 funnels to sell Builderall as a tool. That's going to be for January, right? And the funnels to sell Builderall as a tool, we're going to start with those videos. Anna had a beauty salon and blah, 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 blah. And then we're going to have the button, create your own funnel for your own beauty salon. Then we're going to take people to a training. And after the training, they're going to be able to upgrade and have their accounts. It's going to be 11 funnels for the 11 different angles on this thing. Everything's going to come on January and February. Again, it's not easy to do because how can I do those trainings now if we don't have the new dashboard? So we are waiting for the new dashboard. We are waiting for the new tools. I hope those guys get this thing done in December. And then January, we're going to start creating the trainings and videos and trainings and videos. By the end of January, we're going to have the 11 funnels for the tool and the funnels for the business opportunity. Now guys, for the business opportunity, let's talk about business on Builderall, right? Cool thing about Builderall, who is ambassador here? Ambassadors. Okay. So you know that as an ambassador, you make a little bit more money on Builderall because you are on the first one, you believe the company, you believe in me, blah, 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 all those things. So you have a little bit more advantage when promoting Builderall. If you are an ambassador, you can make money just like me in the whole online, right? If you're not an ambassador, that's okay. You can still make money in two levels. Cool. Now you gotta think about people. Like you gotta bring your red side a little bit more to work with Builderall, right? So the way I would think if I was just starting with Builderall right now. It's my company, it's my business. I'm starting to work with Builderall like today. I'm gonna create a business on this. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put together a lot of business owners and sell Builderall as a solution for those business owners. That's a good idea, but I would never do that on the first. I would bring a lot of people who want to work online, who want to make money online, who are looking for an opportunity, and I would present the Builderall opportunity on the first. Once I have a team of people working with me, then I would focus on bringing people to work, to use Builderall, right? So for example, Tom Hanks right here. You guys know Tom Hanks? That's the Builderall Tom Hanks. So I'm going to invite him to join Builderall to work with me. I'm starting Builderall right now. And I'm going to tell you, Amy, I have this tool, it's awesome, you want to build a website, you can build a website with this tool. That's not what I wanted right now that I'm starting the business. I would call him like I'm starting to work with this company. It's an awesome company. They have an awesome product, great business opportunity. I'm trying to bring people to work with me side by side on this business opportunity. They actually have a lot of tools that we can use together, like webinars and email marketing, all those things. Do you want to work with me on Builderall? If he says, guys, don't forget, I am red. If he says, like, oh, I'm going to think about, okay, you keep thinking. Michelle, what do you think? And then I'm going to go for people who can take decisions, the people that are actually fast, and they want to make money online, right? And if you say, okay, let talk about more, talk more about the company. Let me know actually what you're doing. Let's talk about that. And if he decides, okay, I'm gonna do business with you, let's work with this thing, but I don't know how to do it, doesn't matter. I have this guy, he's working with me. He's a kind of franchise of my business, right? So I'm gonna work with you for 1 week, like every day. I'm gonna show you the platform. I'm going to show you what we can do. I'm going to do some videos with you. We are going to do a webinar together. You can promote the webinar to your audience. And I'm going to work with him for 1 week, right? I'm going to make sure that he understands and he knows how to sell Builderall for people who want to sell Builderall and for people who want to try Builderall, right? One guy like this, if he sells one Builderall account a month, and come on, don't hang. He's going to sell like thousands, right? So if he can sell one Builderall account per month, in 1 year, this guy is selling 12 accounts, right? So he gave me 12 clients. Makes more sense. 12 clients times $15 that I'm making with Builderall. How much, guys? $180. Okay, let's put about like 200. Okay, so he can generate me $200 a month after 1 year. Okay, so how much money I want to make with Builderall? $2,000, $10,000, $5,000. It's not about how many Builderall accounts I can sell. This is not the mindset when you are working with this kind of system with like a franchise or 2 tiers. It's about how many leaders are going to have on my business. That's what it's about, right? So this guy, if he sells like one account per week, he's going to sell like 50 in 1 year. He's going to give me $600 after 1 year every month. Okay. So what I'm going to have to think is I'm going to bring like 10 people like this, and I'm going to work really close with 10 people. So I'm going to make sure those guys are going to bring 1 client per week. So now I know he's going to bring someone to work with him, and then in the second time he's going to bring people to use Builderall, right? So your mindset is, if you are starting to work with Builderall, you have 2 ways to go. First way, you can use Builderall to create your own stuff, your own website, your own store, your blog, your affiliate system, your email list. You can use Builderall to test your ideas and to make money with your own thing. But if you want to work with Builderall, the first way to go is not to bring people to use Builderall, is to bring people to work with Builderall. That's the first way to go. Get some goals. Okay, I'm going to bring 10 people to work with me on Builderall. I'm not going to bring people to use Builderall. It's not what matters now. What matters now is I'm going to bring 10 people to work with me on Builderall. Once I have 10 people working with me on Builderall, then I'm going to start focusing and bringing clients and do local events and all those things. All right, guys? That's it? All right, that's it. I'm done sharing some with you. Thank you. So, I guess later we're going to have those things about questions and answers and all those things. So if you guys have any questions, anything, put on the paper. Later we can talk about it. All right? Thank you very much, guys. And that's it. You have all the information on the page. Take a look. If you have any questions, ask me. And then I'm going to pray for him to not ask me anything. That's the system. The system was made to sell by the system. And when he goes to the Builderall page, he will see, oh, this is awesome. I'm going to start working with this thing. I'm going to promote this thing. And then he's going to make money. He's going to make me money. And I don't have to wait, guys. Right? So don't find any excuse to start promoting Builderall. Start creating your business. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be way better for you if you're already making like $100, $200, $500 a month with Builderall. You're going to get more motivation to go more. Okay? 1 minute.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. That's really good advice. Really, really good advice. Let me see if I can get my display up here again. All right, so the next person that we have coming up is an extraordinary individual. He's a young guy that started Builderall not too long ago and has done an amazing job building an affiliate army that is working for him, and he's doing fantastic. When we had the car program where everybody was racing to win the car, Chad was really scaring Liam a whole lot about getting that car. He was really close and did a fantastic job. I'm excited to see what he's got for you guys today, because Chad is young, but he is super smart, and he is full of ideas and great stuff that he can share with you. And he's just a fantastic person all around. We're so excited to have him with us today. So let me introduce one of our top affiliates in Builderall, Chad Bartlett.
What's up, guys? So I learned I'm a little bit of a green color today. But raise your hand. Who knows who I am? Okay. So for those who don't know who I am, thank you, Shelly. I'm Chad Bartlett. I found Builderall around 14 months ago, and kind of went from there. I decided to start promoting it, using the tools, and just haven't stopped. Every single day I've been promoting since then. So today I want to talk about the 2 ways to promote Builderall. I kind of want to make it simple for you guys to understand kind of just how it works. So if you could go to the next slide. So there's 2 strategies when it comes down to promoting Builderall. You can either promote the tools, or you can promote the business opportunity, right? Next slide.
Yes, you can.
There we go. So the 3 main ways I've seen myself and others get results promoting the tools. So this is just strategy 1, promoting the tools. So there's like 3 little subdivisions of it. So there's client plus affiliate, that's number 1, and we'll go in depth on all these strategies. So these are people who need the tools but don't have the time to use them, so working with clients obviously. Number 2 is search marketing, showing people how to use the tools and where to find them through SEO, content marketing. So for example, if someone types into Google how to make a landing page, that's search marketing. And you would provide a video on showing how to make it. We'll talk more about it. Number 3, digital products, basically means showing people how to use the tools to make money or do some type of digital marketing. For example, you could have a sales funnel course. In the course, you're showing them how to build sales funnels using the Builderall tool. So the first one, client plus affiliate. So this is where you basically be offering digital marketing services to clients online and offline, using live events, Facebook groups, Facebook profile, Instagram, YouTube, Fiverr, Upwork, door-to-door, networking, online meetups, LinkedIn, cold calling. It's 2018. There's so many different ways to actually get clients and connect with people nowadays. Oh, whoops. So the target audience for this strategy is people who need the tools for their marketing but don't have time to use them or do the marketing because they're busy with other stuff in their business. So for example, some stuff you can do is like build a sales funnel for them. You could charge $100, $1,000, whatever your price is, or you could do sales funnel, email marketing, copywriting, some higher ticket packages, or you could just do a website development, which you could charge like $100 to $500 one time. So I want to show you, so each strategy I'm pulling up, I want to show you like a real example of how you could actually start doing this, so it'd make more sense. So let's go to the first example. So I like to brand myself for potential clients. So if you're around in Facebook groups and you're making engagement in there, a lot of people are curious, right? So they're going to go in your profile, they're going to see kind of who you are, and they're just going to check you out. So if you're selling sales funnels to clients, you want to put in there like, I build sales funnels for clients, you know, so kind of brand yourself a little. Don't have a picture of your cat around the video. So for example, if you wanted to sell a website to a local business, a really simple way is you could just go onto Facebook and you type in a major city. For example, let's say Austin, Texas, Memphis, LA, whatever, and just type in business owners, okay? You're gonna go over to groups, and it's gonna pull up a bunch of groups for, just businesses in the area. Okay, so you can go in that group and you can post something like this. Hey everyone in the whatever area it is, I'm looking for 5 people to build a website for them for free. So you might be wondering what the catch is, because obviously people are like, why is he going to build it for free? So basically you just say, I used to build sales funnels and websites for clients with an agency, or you can say whatever your experience is. But I want to start my own website agency now, so I need some testimonials and start building my client portfolio. If you like a website for 100% free, then just comment website below. People are going to start commenting. and I'll send you a PM with more details. Serious clients only, please. If you're skeptical, I can show you some of my past work. You can show them some of the work. So basically, they're going to comment website down below. You're going to message them. And yeah, so you can basically private message them for more details. Send them some of your work. You can even hop on a Zoom call with them. And then you could go build a website on your Builderall account, obviously, whatever they want on it. And then once you're done, you just send them the website link, make sure they like it. And then what you can do is send them your affiliate link, so you're making money from the website, plus the commission they get for signing up, because they need to make their own Builderall account, right? So basically you can just transfer the website to their account using the transfer feature Builderall has, and then you could always upsell more services.
Good job.
So that's the first example of something you could do to promote the tools. So the second thing is search marketing. This is a lot of what I did when I started out, using mainly YouTube. So this involves doing content marketing and SEO for different keywords. So for example, people are typing into Google, YouTube, Quora, probably not Pinterest, but whoops. So they're typing in stuff like best sales funnel builder, or how to create a course online, or how to do email marketing, how to do copywriting. So all those search terms just listed off, Builderall, all those marketing tools act as solutions. You show people how to do copywriting using the script generator, or show people how to create a course using the e-learning platform. So you can do that, and then obviously you just put your affiliate link in the content you have. So for example, answering questions on Quora. For those that don't know what Quora is, it's basically just a big search-based forum where people ask questions and random people answer them. So you can go in here and look at questions people are asking. These are real people asking these questions, like what are the best landing page builders, or how to create the best course online. You can give a detailed answer, provide value in it, show them how to do it, and then leave an affiliate link to Builderall. Or you can rank content on YouTube. People are typing in stuff like Builderall business. You can see 2 of my videos are ranked for that keyword, or how to make landing pages convert high. Show them how to do it with Builderall, obviously. Have your affiliate link in the description. You could do Google ads, SEO. People typing in Builderall business, you can have ads with bonuses on it, or people typing in on the right there, ClickFunnels versus Builderall. That's one of my videos ranked. Just do an honest comparison, and obviously you can leave a link for Builderall and ClickFunnels if you want. Maybe not though. But yeah, some people are going to pick ClickFunnels, some people are going to pick Builderall. It's just like an honest review, right? So that's the second strategy. Number 3 is creating digital products and training. So the basic funnel would look like you have traffic, so anything on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. You have an offer, membership area, and you're promoting Builderall on the back end of the actual training. So something you can do is you can create products teaching something to people, and in the videos in training, you would use the Builderall tools to teach whatever you're teaching. So for example, is you can make a sales funnel 3-part training and use the Builderall tools. So now you're in like it's more of a private training, it's not just on YouTube, and they feel like they're getting something special and you're giving it for free, or you could charge $17, some people charge $500, and you're basically just promoting Builderall on the back end of that training. Or you could do something like a messenger bot mastery training, show them how to do it, give them some value, and you're using the Builderall tool, so obviously they're going to want to use it with you, right? You can do an email marketing training. I've done something like that. Use the Builderall tool, a copywriting tool, copywriting course, etc. So I'm going to show you an example of a new funnel I'm working on. So basically I'm launching a new Facebook group actually next Monday. It's going to be all about sales funnels. So one of the funnels I'm creating for the group is having trouble making sales online. So basically everyone in the sales funnel group, they're obviously going to have trouble making sales online because they want to network and learn more in that group. So basically the point of this funnel is it says, let us help with that by giving you the exact sales funnel you should be using for your particular niche and product. So they're like, okay, how does this guy know my niche? How does it know my price of product? How's he going to know what sales funnel to use, right? So they're going to click access step 1, and it's going to go to a question like this. what kind of products do you sell? Okay, they can take affiliate marketing, consulting, online course, and now I'm just kind of gathering data, learning more about what they actually need. Okay, so for example, if they pick affiliate marketing products, it would go to a question like this. Same thing if they pick consulting or whatever, go to a question like this. So now I want to know what is the price of the product so I can give them a specific funnel for the price of the product. So for example, if they pick 1 to 100, I would give them a bridge funnel. If they pick 500 plus, maybe a webinar funnel or an application funnel, because you can't sell, an expensive product with every funnel. Every funnel is going to be different for every price of product. So, for example, if they pick the first one, we just say we found the right sales funnel for you. Follow the 3 steps below to get started. Step 1, download your custom sales funnel. Or if they don't have a Builderall account, you just explain that in the video, or that's what I would be doing. And then they download the sales funnel, make their Builderall account with your affiliate link. And then, so they can download the funnel there, and then they can just click on step 2, and I kind of just show them how to use the sales funnel and kind of what to do, give some tips, and then I have an optional step 3. So I always recommend to try to get more out of your lead, get more money out of your lead. So something I'm doing is booking a consulting call with me for extra help setting up your funnel. Some people don't want to go through the process of setting up the funnel and kind of how to do it. They want to one-on-one consulting. So I can make extra money from that. So that's just an example of something you can do, like a little digital product training for selling Builderall. So strategy number 2, promoting the business opportunity. Let me drink some water. So the audience for this would obviously be people who want to make money online, right? So there's also another audience, people who have an email list already and want to promote the business opportunity to them so they can make money also. So I get people like that reaching out to me, but mostly it's just people who want to make money online. So what you typically notice with business opportunities, and this isn't that true for Builderall because we have all kinds of different funnels, but usually what happens is everyone is selling the same exact product in the same exact way using the same exact funnel. You can see how that might be a problem. So the solution is to differentiate yourself by creating an offer rather than just selling the product that everyone else is selling. So, for example, when creating an offer, what happens is people buy into you rather than the product. So, in case you didn't know, people trust people way more these days through social media. People are buying through people more nowadays. And it builds more trust. And sales is all about trust. So once you can get them to trust you, they'll have potential to buy from you. So when you create your own offer, it builds trust because they feel like they're actually buying from a real person rather than the company or the product. So for example, an offer, when you're creating an offer, it acts as a solution to the problems or it's like a benefit, versus a product is usually just like features and what they get. So you might be wondering like, okay, how do I create an offer, Chad? Like, what do I do, right? So first step, obviously, you want to create some type of funnel with your offer in it. So I'm going to give you guys some examples of actual offers you can do. So your offer could be something like this: showing people how to get money, getting local clients to build websites on Builderall, right? So earlier I showed you how to get a client to sell a website to. So if you use that strategy, you get a couple sales with it, you show people that you have results, and then you create an offer in the business opportunity, and you tell them, or you make a funnel around, okay, I'm going to show you how to build a website, I'm going to show you my exact blueprint to getting website clients, and then you can do this, you can promote Builderall with it, you can make money. So that's an example of an offer. Or you can show people how to make money promoting Builderall. That's like my personal offer, that's what I do. Or you can show people, how to specifically do video marketing to get sales with Builderall. I know like Barbie Figueroa, if you guys know her, that's something she does. She shows how to get sales with Builderall specifically through video marketing. So that's like her offer. Or you could show people how to do attraction marketing on Facebook to get sales with Builderall. So something specific that you know how to do that involves promoting Builderall, because basically you could say, if you're going to show people how to do attraction marketing on Facebook to get sales, okay, I'm going to show you for completely free how to do this. You don't have to pay me anything. All you have to do is buy Builderall. So now when they make money, you're showing them for free, you're going to make money off their commissions because it's 2 tiers. So it's like a win-win situation. So your offer, 100% free. They have to buy Builderall business. Then you'll send them the training once they upgrade their account, so you can see once their account is active. I just have a VA send an email to them once they upgrade their account with my offer and my training and everything. So one tip is, and I know this might sound kind of weird, but personally, I learn way more from watching people, like what they do, rather than, you know, what they're saying, like in their videos and stuff. So every ad I watch, every successful ad I watch, every video I watch on YouTube, to learn from marketers and pick up new ideas. So watch what I'm doing, watch what, you know, successful people in the company is doing. So if you want to be the top Builderall affiliate, look at what they're actually doing. So look at Liam, look at me, look at Alex Friedman, look at Barbie, look at Marissa. All these people who've had success promoting Builderall actually see what they're doing from a day-to-day basis. And if you notice, they all have offers, right? So don't make this mistake. Also, all the strategies I just showed, you know, they're all work and they're all proven to work. That's why I put them in here. But my biggest recommendation is to just focus and pick one strategy. Okay, don't try to build websites. Don't try to do like everything at once. Just try to master one thing and get really good at it, and you'll start to see some results. That's the best way you can do. Just focus and master one thing. Don't try to be a jack of all trades, and you're going to see some results. It might take you 3 months. It might take you a week. It might take you 6 months. And personally, I started out with online business, like not with Builderall. This is like 2.5 years ago. I started out, you know, just like with dropshipping, if you guys have ever heard of that. And I didn't make my first dollar online for 8 months. I locked myself in my room for like 18 hours a day, just like locked in there learning about online marketing, learning about online business, because I literally knew nothing. I was just going to college. I just graduated from high school, so that's kind of what I had to go through, and that's what everyone has to go through. It's a big learning curve. So you just got to focus on one thing, stick to it until you see some results. So that's kind of it. We can do a little Q&A if you guys have any questions. I'm not sure what the time is at.
We can have them ask questions later in the question and
Okay.
answer session. Precious to me. The first time I met him, he called me up when I went to Orlando, and he said, "Hey, Shelly, do you want to come to the Villages with me and meet my mom?" And I went, "Wait, the old people place?" And his response was, "It's not what you think." And I was like, oh my God, I just offended Ruben. But we actually went to the Villages. We spent the whole day there. I met his mother. She is precious. And I had a great time with him, and I'm so glad that I had the chance to meet him. He is a marketer extraordinaire. He's going to give you some amazing information today about Builderall, and he's going to share even more information that's just going to blow your mind. So just get ready, sit tight in your seats, make sure that your arms and hands are in the car at all times, because we now have Ruben Santiago.
Thank you so much. I have my water because my mouth will go dry. Thank you. Before we get started, there's a small table back there by the water. It has some little plastic soldiers in it. I ask you to pick one and read the note, and it says, pick a soldier, take it home, put it where you can remember to pray for men and women that are in service today. All right? So pick one back there. They're there for you. Awesome. Let's get going. Let's get this one going. I believe. Outstanding. Outstanding. And the presentation's coming.
You are plugged in and ready to go.
Yeah.
And I had to take the mouse out.
All right, let's put it back in. Oh, you picked that one up? I'm not here.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't know where to find it.
Can you just turn or just bring up the PowerPoint? That's good. Excellent. Well, I have 5 hours, you said?
Yeah, that's it.
I got about 20 minutes to do a 2-hour presentation, so I'm going to try to go fast. And of course, I'm Hispanic. I take my hands out of my pocket and I'll speak faster, right? We'll get that up.
Oh my gosh.
But let me preface this. I was released from the United States Army in 1979, and in 1980, I was in Miami, and I got my first job right out of the service in Miami International Airport. I was working for a company called AirTech. We looked over private aircraft when they came in. And as I'm there, I'm a young guy, fresh out of the military, looking over private aircrafts. I was making some pretty good money. And one of the things that happened was that I got my very first paycheck. And half of it was gone. Guess who took it? Who took it? No. Worst. It was taxes. Okay. Here I am, young, single, making really good money, and more than half of my check has gone to taxes. So I'm looking at this and I'm going, something's got to change, but this can't be the truth. I hear other things because I had just gotten back, you know, from the military. So, ooh, we like that sound, don't we? So anyhow, so I'm looking at my check and I'm thinking to myself, I've got to do something about this. And I started doing some research online, and I found a company that was in Orlando at that time that actually taught seminars on taxation. And it was about making more and keeping more of what you make. So I started looking at this and I said, okay, I need to go. This was back in the 1980s. There was a 3-day seminar coming up, and it was going to cost about $2,500. And then I asked my contractor at the time, and I said, hey, listen, I need the weekend to go to Orlando. And he said, we have a couple of other aircrafts coming in. We need additional personnel to be on site. Talking about really nice private aircrafts with golden faucets, you know. Back in those days, they were mother of pearl covered crayons sitting on the coffee tables, golden trimmed coffee tables inside this little aircrafts. Okay, and he said you can't go. And I had to make a decision. I'm either going to continue to lose more than half of my check, or I quit. And I go to Orlando and I learn how to keep more of it. So I made a decision and I went. Got on my motorcycle. I rode up to Orlando from Miami, and I spent the weekend there. And as I'm there, I learned that there are 2 tax systems in this country. Are you all aware of that? Yes? Can you hear yes?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So there are 2 tax systems in this country. And I found out that I was actually participating in the wrong one. There you go. Perfect. 1980s. Little things like that. Okay, so here my check gets taken over and I am getting screwed. So I'm doing the research to find out what can I do about it. I'm in Miami, okay, and I gotta go to Orlando. Now when I go there, I learn 3 things. I'm learning about planning ahead, I'm learning about investments, and I'm learning about taxation. I don't have time to discuss all 3 of them right now, but I have time to talk about planning your income or planning your events. Do we have Everest events coming up next year? Yeah. Yes, right? Okay. Can you hear yes?
Yes.
Holy smoke. Come, everybody stand up for a second. Stand up, stand up. Come on, stand up, stand up, stand up. Awesome. Okay, everybody get their arms up. Like this. That's right. Okay. Picture, this is a good picture time. Everybody get their hands up like this. Yay! Shake your hands. Woo! Okay, say hello, Uncle Sam. All right, let's have a seat. Thank you. All right. So let me ask the question again. Are we having an Everest events next year? Yes. Awesome. All right, perfect. Okay, so we're going to talk about planning the events and planning your income. We don't have time to talk about taxes, but what I am going to do, we're going to take a break for 1 hour for lunch. I am going to only take half an hour, and I'm going to come back in here, and I'm going to talk to you about taxes. If this is something that you care to know more about, and learn how to keep more, and what's going to happen next year. Okay? Audits are going to go up by 700% next year thanks to the tax cuts job of this year. Okay? That has already been announced. You want to be prepared of that, specifically those of you who have small businesses. Anyhow, that we'll talk about at lunchtime. Plan ahead. I have an event called Everest. Several of them are going to take place next year in the United States, Italy, UK, Germany, and Brazil. When do you start planning those events?
Now.
Ah, actually, you know what? Yesterday. That is correct. Let me show you something. If you're doing a webinar, do you plan it ahead or do you just do a webinar and say, hey, I'm having a webinar tonight?
If you're Eric, it's I'm having a webinar in 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes, show up. All right, you want to get those conversion ratios like that? 17,000 people hit your landing page, 10,000 people register for your webinar. You got to plan ahead. That doesn't just happen. Okay? And you got to put it in your calendar. Now, I'm going to suggest one thing. Do not use your computer calendar. Don't. When you close your computer and you put your phone away, out of sight, out of mind. Use a piece of paper. Okay? My calendar is right there. See it? It's an open binder, 2 pages. I don't have my computer with me, but my calendar's there. And that's where I keep everything. Pass it onto your computer so that it pops up on your screen whenever you're in your computer. But if you keep it there, it's open in front of you all the time. You're tasked with what to do. Everything is there. Now, this is the Astro Plaza. We just had an event there. There's some water. We had 1,000 seats to fill. Took us a year. We sold those. Platinums were 1,000, VIPs were 497, regular admission was 197. But we filled it. But it took a year. That was August 11th, 12th, this year. You know what date is next year? August 31st. You know what we did last week? We started promoting it.
Yeah.
We already paid the deposit for that theater. But we already started promoting it. We're not selling the tickets yet, but we are cementing it in people's minds that this is an important weekend and it is a weekend of priority. It is a weekend where if a cousin says, hey man, I'm getting married, you're going to say, hey, don't do it on October 31st because I'm not coming. Okay? Because you got to cement that priority in people's minds so that they can make schedules, get visas, because we get people from all over the world. They have to change vacations or work. All of those things must happen. But you need to plan it and you need to start cementing the idea. That was 1,000 seats. We filled it. I was one of the speakers there.
Yes. Woohoo.
Okay?
Good job.
Now, what we do, thank you. That's my hat. That's to decorate the logo. So anyhow, so we did that. From there, we took 36 entrepreneurs into a boot camp. We locked them up for 5 days. They worked from 8 o'clock in the morning, some stayed till 2 o'clock in the morning those nights because we did something very special with them. Now, what we did is we showed them roadmaps, how to plan their businesses, how to do things. So they all sat there and they worked their businesses, but they planned it. Not everybody launched their businesses in those 5 days. Actually, I have 2 webinars going live today. Okay, from the people that were in that boot camp. Today is 59 days out. But guess what? Everything needs to be planned ahead. It's not like, hey, I'm doing something next month. You need to plan it. You need to let people know what's happening. Did I miss something? Yes. Do it by written hand. Trying to move fast because we're going to run out of time here. So what we want to do is I want to help you too. When you draw the map, when you actually draw what it is that you're going to do, you draw your map, you draw your funnel. If you draw your funnels or your events, always think what happened just before that. You got 200 seats to fill an event that you want to have. Okay? What happened before that? You got to have 200 people. How do I get 200 people? Well, I need to start marketing. How do I market? And start thinking backwards from the event so that you can start getting all your steps in order so you can fill that place. And then you start your promotion. Then you start the emotion of the event that's coming. Draw it out. A funnel is no different. Draw it out on a piece of paper. That way you can see the entire schema rather than building a landing page and a thank you page where you can't see one or the other. Draw it all on a piece of paper so that you have it. Then go ahead and put it in your computer. Actually, this is a launch that we're doing in January. So you see everything's already been planned. The emails have already been written. A lot of the work has already been done. And this thing doesn't launch until January. and it's a different program. But it's all getting built right here in Builderall. Okay, we have 3 certified partners actually built. This is actually, we launched this program. This is launch your, actually it's create and launch your internet business. We sold 1,700, can somebody get a calculator? 1,700 memberships at $47 a month. How much is that?
Wow.
A month?
All right.
We did that 2 years ago. And we're relaunching it again this year. Okay? So, and actually that's what that whole theater thing was all about, to prep the audience for this coming event that was going to be happening in January. So anyhow, so what do we have in 2019? We got Everest Builderall events. You have webinars coming up. You got the Builderall relaunching with all these events that we're going to be having all over the world. So people are going to get excited, but we need to get them excited. That is our job. That is our function. And how do we do that? First of all, we do it by not ramming Builderall. How many of you have ever heard somebody talk about Builderall to a client? Do we all do it? How about if we solve a problem? And then Builderall becomes a solution. Okay? Have any of you heard me talk about the $800 chicken coop? You have. Nobody? You did, okay. Alright. Say yes if you want to hear me talk about the $800 chicken coop. Ah, look at this. Everybody woke up. Alright, awesome. Well, I got a couple. They're friends. They sell a $17.50 PDF plan, 3 pages, because one of them is a materials list to go to Home Depot or Lowe's. $17.50. They have, for the past 5 consecutive years, sold $800,000 a year. In 1 year, they peaked over $1 million. Okay? Simple plans. The plans is to build a chicken coop in your backyard. But guess what they don't sell? Think a wild guess. What's the one thing they don't sell? No, they don't sell the chicken coop. Or chickens. They have articles. Free organic eggs every day. Got your attention. How do I get free organic eggs every day? Go read the article. And the article talks about the beauty of having organic eggs and how healthier they are, and you know how they're higher in protein and lower in cholesterol, and you gotta have the right kinds of chickens, and you feed the chickens a specific types of feed, and if you change the feed, you're gonna get bigger eggs. It won't hurt them anymore, but you're gonna get bigger eggs, okay? And if you use specific colors at night with the lights, you know, they're gonna have stressless eggs. I have no clue what that tastes like, you know, but you're gonna have stressless eggs. You can actually use music so that your chickens deliver, you know, like 1.2 more eggs a month. I don't know what that 0.2 egg is, but you get 1 more a month, okay? And you can get all these things to get your free organic eggs from your backyard. But now when you get up in the morning to go get your eggs for your breakfast, you don't want to step on something. So it's better to control it. And if you have them in a controlled environment, in that controlled environment, you can also control their feed. That way you make sure that they're not eating worms in the backyard, because now you don't have organic anymore, right? So, what did I just do? I sold you on the idea of an organic egg. But in order to have that control of those chickens, click here for the links for backyard chicken coop.
Yay, that's
Good?
fabulous. I love
So, what did they not sell?
it. Chicken coops.
Right, and they still make almost $1 million a year.
Wow.
Later.
Off the $17 PDF?
Of the $17
$17.
of a $17 PDF. Hmm? 3 pages. They have a couple of others, but the main one that they sell, and about 84% of their sales are in the United States.
Wow.
They sell some that hang on windows for apartment buildings, believe it or not. Okay? So, and they tell you, listen, 2 chickens you can have. They consider it a pet in most jurisdictions in the United States, but you got to check. Check your local ordinances. It says it right there. You go check. 2 chickens is a pet. No big deal. All right. So, when we offer Builderall, what do we offer? We offer a solution to a problem. Tell your story. Learn to tell your story. Practice your freaking story, because it's your story. Nobody can argue with it. My story, I have been in the internet business for over 20 years, and I came in it because I was frustrated. I had a job. And it was one of those things that I wasn't making enough money. And I needed to find something else. And then I found that I could make some money on the internet. But I needed, to learn how to build a website. So I got into that WordPress thing, and oh my God, and I had to learn it. I had no choice. And then I had to have different plugins to get things done, and I installed the plugins, and then one of the things that would happen was every once in a while, there was an update to the plugin, and then the thing would break, and then all of a sudden I didn't know how to fix it, so I had to get into Fiverr or Upwork or some of them other websites and find some kind of programmer on a Sunday evening to fix it, because my website wasn't live, and he was going to charge me $300 for half an hour's worth of work. And I had to pay it. So I was paying ransomware to rescue my own website. Okay? And then I found out that I needed to connect with my customers, so I needed to learn how to do email marketing. And oh my God, now I needed to learn something else. So I got to get involved in email marketing and learn strategies and learn how to connect with people and learn about, that 48% of the people forget to follow after the first step, but 82% of the sales happen after step 5, 6, or 7. So I have to have continuity in my emails, and oh my God, I have to learn all this crap. Okay? And then all of a sudden now, Messenger comes out, and then chatbots come out, and I had to learn all this different stuff. And then I have all these tools. So I got my WordPress tool, and I got my hosting accounts, and I got this over here, and I got that over there, and I got all these different pieces of this big, huge-ass puzzle that I have to keep track of and pay every month. And then all of a sudden I'm thinking to myself, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be something that unifies all of this stuff. And then all of a sudden, this platform came into my life that unified it all, and man, it just changed everything for me. Holy smokes, my life is so much better now. The person that I'm talking to now is wondering, what is that platform? You solve the problem first, then you introduce the solution to the problem. Well, I found this platform, and but the greatest thing is that I made it, it was kind of like a deposit, because the guys gave me my money back, and then it was free after that. What the fuck? There you go. And then they go like, what are you talking about? Yeah, well, it was it's $50, I paid it one time, and because just like you, I shared it with a couple of people, and then my friend wanted one too, and then the company refunded me my money back. That 100% commission? The company refunded my money back, and my friend now pays his hosting, bill, and the company sends me a kickback every month. Oh, cool, man. Can you tell me about that? Did I sell Builderall? Sell a solution. When you sell a solution, people will accept it. Then they'll start asking you, what are you talking about? Does that help? Yes? Yes. Awesome. All right, next year. Blog posts, email sites, Facebook posts, images, banners, internal links, Instagrams, YouTube videos, email scheduling. Are we ready for that?
Ready! Woo! Ready!
It takes time. But you can schedule it. Why? Because we got the tools. You can schedule it. I'm going to give you all the social media posts for next year. Is that okay? If I ask you right now, what are you posting on January 25th? Can you tell me?
No.
Can you tell me what your income's going to be in February next year? Pretty close. Some. How many of you say pretty close?
Yeah.
3 hands. one of the things I learned in Orlando over 30 years ago. You gotta plan ahead. If I know, if my closing average, in other words, every time I make a presentation, I make a sale. Okay? And I know that it takes me 10 presentations to close one sale, and I need to make 3 sales this month. How many presentations do I have to make?
30.
Exactly. And I have no right to bitch until I do my 30.
That's right.
It's a numbers game. It always is a numbers game. And you're going to get better the more you do it, the more you repeat it, the more you learn to tell your story. Shorter and, shorter and longer. You tell your story, you tell your story, you tell your story. Because nobody can argue with your story. Nobody can argue with my experience with WordPress, with the plugins, with an email. But people can relate with that story. You learn to tell your story. And now you can start saying, okay, predictably, if I make this post on a Sunday, and I connect with 5 people on a Monday, and then I follow up with the first 5 people on Tuesday that I connected with on Monday, and you make it a program, and you follow your program, then you can say, okay, I need to increase my income by $300 next month. Okay, I need to make one more presentation, connect with one more person 3 days a week. It's that simple, it's math. Because it's a numbers game. And that's what I learned, that in order for you to increase your income, you need to plan it. It doesn't just happen. Okay? So I'm going to give you that. And I'm going to give you the tracking tool that I use and that I give all my clients. It's got all these tabs. It gives you the overview. This is a sample of the overview, how you fill it out, with your blog posts, your social media posts, your emails, your videos, your graphics, your slides, okay, your idea book, your published content. You want to have your links. One thing that you want to do is you want to track. Whenever you post something, I want you to be able to go back. I got my last 500 posts on a spreadsheet. And I can tell you how many likes it had, how many shares it had. Because what if you want to repeat it? Are you going to repeat a dud? No. So let's say you got something good that's coming up, you grab your last 10 best, and now you run traffic to your last 10 best. You think your odds will improve?
Yeah.
Exactly. But if you don't know, you can't predict what's going to happen. So you're going to get that. Plan ahead. Did that repeat? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Your email list, what are you sending, everything else. I had to title it like that. Get shit done, be successful. Okay? This is what you're going to get. And actually, that's the link right there. Woo! Write it down.
Good job. Good job, good job.
Now, Shelly, for all of those of you who are here, just like Eric mentioned, you're going to get a very special funnel. Again, that funnel is for only you. Don't go back and say, listen, because you are my #1, affiliate, I'm going to give it, but don't say it to nobody, because guess what he's going to do? Exactly what you just did.
Yeah. And they don't come to
Hey, it's just a secret, don't tell nobody. Oh, really? But somebody told you, right? That's not leadership, folks.
No.
That's not leadership. They ask you, wow, what you guys learn over there? Man, Eric Amos gave us perhaps the best freaking funnel I've ever seen. Really? Can you share it with me? Sorry, dude. It was only for attendees. That's how you position yourself on people, okay? When you position yourself as a leader, people will respect you.
Right.
Do that. And next time, really, you need to be at the next event. And the next event will not be just this area. It will be the other two combined. Right? All right, so just like you got that, you get this. Again, this is for you and for you only. Now, I have the privilege of sending us to lunch. Oh, we got one more thing, but before we do that, okay, before I give the mic back to you because I have it. You ever been asked this question? Are you documented? Are you documented? Bet you thought you'd never hear that. This is the area that I don't have time to cover. We have an hour for lunch. What I gave to you so far has been the Builderall portion of this event. I'm gonna go eat quick, sit at the table with some of you guys, answer some questions, and then I'm gonna come back here in 30 minutes. I'm gonna be back here before the next speaker and before the continuation of this program, which is at 1 o'clock. And for 30 minutes, I'm gonna talk to you about what I know that's been happening. I am not an accountant, and I am not an attorney. This is for educational purposes only, even though I have been through law school. Okay? So, and I'm required to say that. But what I'm going to share with you is something that I'm extremely passionate about. So much more that I actually worked with that company 30 years ago and went all over the nation teaching those 3 concepts. Became somewhat knowledgeable in the area of taxes because I love my money so much, okay, that I hate giving it away for nothing. Okay. So I learned how to have German Shepherds and how to have the government pay for them. So I imported German Shepherd for $12,500, and Uncle Sam pays for it. Okay. I'll have a kennel in the backyard, and I deduct that and make it income to me. Okay. So a lot of little things that you get to learn. Why? And I want you to always remember this. You heard this from Ruben. Those who wrote the law wrote it because they needed it. Learn to think like them, and the law will be in your favor. All right? Awesome. We will see you all here.
A little bit about the speaker because he is flippin' awesome. He is so young, 19, right?
Yeah.
19, kicking butt in Builderall, and has founded or co-founded the Young Entrepreneurs. Does a fantastic job of the work that he does in the Builderall office. I know that if I need something, I can call this guy, and like Johnny on the spot, I have what I need. He is fabulous, and another representation of the millennials that we need to find and get them in Builderall. So let me introduce one of my favorite 19-year-olds in the world, Alvaro.
Thank you, Sharon. Did you download my presentation?
I'm going to grab it right
I
quick.
sent it on Skype.
Okay, let me flip this around and grab it. So you just kind of talk about yourself.
Okay. Well, while we're waiting, let me talk a little bit about what I've been doing with Builderall. In my presentation today, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I made 45 sales in Builderall in 20 days with my Young Entrepreneurs sales funnel. And basically, the funnel starts out by advertising on Instagram. So instead of doing advertisements on Facebook or YouTube, I've been focusing 100% on Instagram, and this is what I'm going to show you guys how to do. I have some step-by-step information. I'm going to share the strategies that I used so I could get a following, build authority, get engagement on Instagram, and convert those followers into Builderall clients. So whenever you're ready, get the
Almost,
presentation.
it's downloading, so.
Thank you.
Okay, just a minute.
Yeah.
So tell them how awesome I am.
Yeah, Shelly's awesome. She's always helping me make videos, you know, helping me. You did with me the 20 sales funnels, right? So Shelly's awesome. She does the tutorials for
We stayed
Builderall.
up together till what, 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, when we were launching Builderall, I guess it's been a couple of months ago, she used to stay up with me until 2, 3 a.m. doing videos. So she's awesome. And thank you for letting me speak in your event.
Letting you?
Yeah.
I'm loving having
Thank you.
you.
But since we have a little bit of time, let me talk how my funnel works. It starts out with my strategies on Instagram, and then I give them some content. I give them a lot of, I basically show them what they need. I give them the solution. I tell them that they need to make money online, and from there, they start going through my funnel. So it starts on Instagram, it goes to an opt-in page, where I capture their email and Instagram. And from there, if they don't purchase it right away, they join a WhatsApp group that I created. It has now over 200 members on WhatsApp. And I'm always posting strategies, I'm always posting testimonials, I'm engaging in the groups. And there in the group is where I show them the need to have a platform to make money online. And that's where they purchase Builderall in my link. Now, in the first 20 days, I got sales up to my 6th level. So I created a viral system where people will go in the members area, they will watch the courses, they will learn how the strategies that I use, and they will duplicate it. So it's basically everything done for them already, and that's how we got sales up to the 6 levels in the first 20 days that we launched Young Entrepreneurs.
It's still downloading.
Okay.
It's a little slow.
It should be a few minutes.
You want me to come out and sing for you?
Do you want to go in my website so I can show them the beginning of the funnel? I was going to do that in the end of the presentation.
Okay.
It's called yemovement.com/welcome. yemovement.com/welcome. So one of the important things when building a funnel is getting a good design, having a good video, and making everything simple. So this is my opt-in page right here. This is what my users get when they join Young Entrepreneurs. It's a simple opt-in. It has, if you want to play the video, I don't know if there's sound. You can see it's a simple video. It's 1 minute, but it's enough to make people want to register in Young Entrepreneurs and purchase Builderall.
You must be wondering, how the hell can a group of kids afford hundreds of thousands of dollars in cars, travel to the greatest destinations, live every moment to its fullest? In case you are still wondering, they did all of this just working with a computer.
So that was my opt-in video. After that video, they go to a checkout page where I have another video. It's about 10 minutes. I explain everything that we do. I explain everything about Young Entrepreneurs, what they get once they sign up, what the results will be. So if you want to register right there, or just change the URL to checkout and then / page, whatever you want to do, whatever's easiest for you. Yeah, the reason why we capture the Instagram username is so we can contact them directly through Instagram, which I found that it converts way better than email because you have direct contact with them. So one of the strategies is that I have a autoresponder message on Instagram where every time they follow me, they receive an autoresponder message, and that's how I get in contact with them. I found that the open rates are almost 80%. So basically, if you run a promotion, $100, you get almost 400 people following you, and you can get in contact with almost 400 people. So, okay, $1 the presentation. So let's start. How I used Instagram to generate 45 sales in my Builderall business in only 20 days, and I'm going to show you exactly what I did so you guys can learn and do it as well. But before you start generating traffic, you must establish your presence on Instagram. You have to become an authority on Instagram. And for you to do that, you must learn 3 things and apply those 3 things into your Instagram. And that is, you need to choose a specific niche. You need to improve the appearance of your Instagram. It needs to look professional. Okay? And the 3rd thing is, you need to have social proof. You need to have followers. You need to have people engaging with your Instagram. And how to develop your account, it's very simple. You must choose a niche and stay focused in that niche. So for instance, my Instagram is called youngentrepreneurs.s, and in my Instagram I usually post motivational pictures, I post business pictures, I post pictures related to business, related to lifestyle, because that's what my audience wants to see. So I focus 100% in that niche, and I post content related to my niche every single day. It's important that if you create an Instagram and you want to become an authority, you post every single day. Because if you're posting every single day, you get more engagement, more people following you, and that's more potential clients for your business. The third thing is you got to create good content based on successful accounts on Instagram. So if you don't know what content you might want to post, look for other accounts in your niche, look for your competition. Base your Instagram on your competition. Don't copy it. Make it similar, make it better. So that's what I've been doing with my Instagram. Now, if you could go to the next slide. So the first thing that you should do is improve the appearance of your Instagram account. So how to do that, it's actually very simple. I've made a few steps here for you guys. So the first one is choose a good profile picture. Choose a profile picture in your account that represents your business. Now, if you want to go to my Instagram later on, I can actually show them my Instagram so they have a better understanding of it. But choose a picture that represents your business. Every time that somebody goes into your Instagram, they're going to see your picture first. That has to represent your brand. Okay? So choose a good picture, a good quality, high quality image. The second thing that you need to do is clean your account and leave only content related to your niche. So if you're talking about business, you don't want to have food or images of you and your dog or nothing else related to your Instagram. So you want to clean everything and leave only image related to your Instagram. The third thing is post only good quality photos in your feed. You don't want to be posting low resolution images because that will only make you seem unprofessional. So what you want to have is pictures with high quality and pictures that are clean, something with good design in your feed. The fourth thing is, if you're not a designer or you don't have good quality professional photos, go to these sites below. So I'll leave the slide here for a minute so you guys can take a picture, because there you can download free images to use on your Instagram, and there's all sorts of niche images over there for you to download. And the fifth thing is just a tip, follow a pattern of colors. Follow a pattern of elements in design. So for instance, if you go to Builderall, you're going to see the pattern of using the color blue, for instance. Anytime that you see a button that is blue, you're going to automatically think about Builderall. So you want to use the same colors in the images, the same colors in your account. You want to use the same elements of design throughout your images, throughout your account, throughout your business. So if you have an account on Instagram that uses a lot of blue, you want to do that with the sales funnel, with your site, with your YouTube. You want to create a brand. So when people look at your colors, they look at your elements, they will automatically think about you. And something right here that I found out when I was researching is that the color blue tends to get more likes and more engagement. So if you guys post a lot of images, think about the color blue, because that automatically gets you more likes. So how to gain more followers using the technique follow, like, and comment, which is a free technique that every single one of you here can do. So first strategy to that technique is follow, like, and comment in big accounts. So that's what you're going to be doing. It gives you really quick results, and if you do it every day for a long period of time, you're going to see that you're going to get really big following on your Instagram. For instance, I have about 9,000 followers right now, and of those 9,000 followers, in the first 20 days, I made 45 sales.
Ooh, good job.
So the first step is find successful accounts in your niche. You want to find accounts that have millions of followers in your niche. So if you're in the travel industry, find travel accounts that have millions of followers. If you are in the food industry, do the same thing. In my case, I am in the lifestyle business entrepreneurship niche. So I started by following 50 of those accounts. So do that. Step 1, find those accounts. Step 2, follow about 50 of them. If you follow more really fast, your account can get blocked because they're going to see your account as spam. So try not to follow more than like 60, 70 accounts. A good number is 50. So follow 50 of those accounts, and automatically you're going to see that people will follow you back. And the reason why they're going to follow you back is because you're going to see your account following those big accounts. You're going to see that your account is related to it, so the fans from those accounts are going to follow you back. So once they follow you back, you do strategy 3, which is like, comment on the photos of the people that followed you. So after doing step 2, you're going to get a bunch of followers. Now you want to engage with those followers so they keep on engaging with your account, bringing you people over to your account. Step 4 is, when doing step 3, research or search for keywords in your hashtag section that describes your niche. So on Instagram, you have a section for hashtags where you can search for keywords, for instance, entrepreneurship, and it's going to give you millions of pictures of entrepreneurship or millions of pictures related to entrepreneurship. And after you research, you're going to do the same strategy, like, comment, and follow those people. Now, the reason why you're doing that is you're engaging with your community so you can get out there. People are going to see you and people are going to follow you. And the reason why you're doing that with your niche is because people active on Instagram are going to be following you, so you know that they're potential clients because they're interested in that. They're interested in your niche and engage with your profile, so they're potential clients. Now, you're going to find the fifth step. You're going to find users and successful business accounts with about 5,000 likes and 200 comments, and you're going to do the same thing. Like, comment, and follow these micro-influencers. So after you're getting regular people that followed you, you're going to start going a little bit higher. You're going to start looking for micro-influencers in your niche, and you're going to do the same strategy with them. Now, when you're commenting in the pictures, you don't want to use the same comments, or else you're going to get blocked as well. Instagram is really picky about that. If they think that you're spam, you automatically get blocked. So try to use different comments. Next slide, please.
Sorry, who's sleeping?
When you say block, so you mean like temporarily or like?
There are many ways that they can block your account. So, for instance, if you're commenting a lot and the same comments, they block your comments. So you're not going to be able to comment anymore. And if you keep doing that, at one point they block your account where you can't do anything. You can't get followers. They basically delete your account, and it's really hard to get it back. So that's why you should be careful with it. Imagine if you have 10,000 followers and they block your account. So that's something you don't want to happen. Now, strategy 3, that's you're going to do steps 1 through 6 every day for about 2 weeks or so. You're going to see a huge increasement on your followers. And when you're performing steps 1 through 6 for better results, you're going to add steps 7, 8, and 9, which is finding those micro-influencers, people with a lot of followers. And you can exchange announcements, you can exchange promotions, you can exchange shout-outs. So what you're going to tell them is, hey, listen, I have over here 10,000 followers, you have 50,000 followers. I'll send you one of my shirts for free. Take a picture with it and post it on your Instagram. Tag me. So all those people that follow him, all those 50,000 people are going to see your merch, your shirt, your product, your service, and they will follow you back. And if they do follow you back, you know that they're interested in whatever your service or your product is. So that is very targeted audience that you will eventually sell your product to. Now you're going to, what you can do is, like I said, I already said the three things here. You can pay them to do an advertising for you. They usually charge people with a million followers. They usually charge you $100 per shout out, which is basically posting an image that you choose in their profile and tagging you. Or you You can send them your product or service, or you can simply exchange shout-outs. You know, I'll talk about you and you can talk about me. You can go to strategy 4. And now this is the strategy that I felt like gave me the best results. And you can either do this manually or you can use a tool to do it for you, which is sending direct messages to each new follower that you gain. Now, it could be a welcome message, sending them into a WhatsApp group. It could be a message sending them directly to your funnel, a welcome message sending them directly to your Instagram, or not Instagram, YouTube, or whatever place you want. Now, I personally bought a autoresponder tool on Instagram. So when I was running promotion, I was getting about 100 followers a day. So I wouldn't be able to do that manually. And then autoresponder was sending those new followers over to my WhatsApp group. And from the WhatsApp group, that's where I converted them. Now, if you're going to be doing it manually, send it slowly, or else you're going to also get blocked. Now, the last step, which is basically a tip for you guys, is always be engaging with the people there. So don't forget to post your images, and you can also post images on your stories. So on Instagram, you have your feed, that's where you have your images, and you have the Instagram stories, which is where you post an image or a video, and it stays there for 24 hours. And after that, it's gone. So it's good if you post it, a story every single day as well, more than one story a day. I usually do 3 or 4 stories every single day, because once you do, people get notified of it, so they they remember about your account. And right here, there's 250 million active daily users on the Instagram stories. So that's why it's good for you to always keep posting new things on your stories as well. Now, next slide, please. Now I have over here a few tips on how to increase results on your Instagram. I guess there's 10 tips, 12. So the number one, which is very important, is to create a separate professional and personal account. You don't want to use your personal account as your business account. You want to have, like I said, something really focused on your niche. You want to publish your images and your posts in the right time. Now, who determines the right time to post? It's your followers, your target audience. You know, for instance, my target audience, they usually engage more with my pictures when I post it from 1 to 3. That's when they're leaving school. So for you to find out, just post a few times a week and see whenever you get more engagement, and that's when you should be posting every single day. The third thing is get a strategic link in your bio. Basically, what you want to do is have a link to your funnel or to your YouTube, wherever you want to get the people that follow you to go in your bio, because you get a lot of clicks in your bio and it's free. So everybody that follows you, everybody that keeps up with your content, they may click on your bio. Now, in my bio, I give a link to my funnel, which you saw over there. It's the ymovement.com/welcome. So anytime they click on the bio, I capture their Instagram, their email, I throw them to the checkout page, and they join my groups, and I convert them from there. Now, you want to use hashtags. Hashtags are good. They get you organic traffic, so real people going into the hashtag section, seeing your images and following you. Number 6, work on your content. Think about what people would like to see and not what you would like to see. Get your followers and post a few images, post different images, see which ones get you more engagement, and start posting images related to the ones that get you more engagement. You know, that's something you're gonna have to test it out. I found out that images with faces get you more likes, so I try to post images with faces or images with a model a little bit more than cars or simply anything besides a person on it. A tip here for you guys, don't use more than 90 characters per post. You know, people are lazy, they don't like reading. So don't post more than 90 characters on your posts, and try to use a little bit of emojis because that will also get you more likes. Use geotagging. Geotagging is basically when you post an image, it's going to give you the option to post the location of your image. Whenever you post an image with the location, it tends to get you more likes and more followers because people in that location will be able to see your posts even if they don't follow you. So that's why you should always be tagging your location or using geotagging, which is the same thing. Make promotions and giveaways. You know, that's a great way to engage with the community. That's a great way to get you more followers. I would recommend doing that if you have 3,000 to 4,000, minimum of 3,000 or 4,000 followers. Now, I've made some promotions. What I did is I'll get you a free T-shirt, or I'll choose the top 3 people that post something related to young entrepreneurs. They tag me, they tag 3 friends, and whoever posts the best image will get a free T-shirt. So I did that in about a week. I got a lot of followers with that. Now, number 9, try to create a connection with your audience. See what they like, see what motivates them, and start posting motivational images related to your target audience. For instance, my target audience is young people that are looking for financial freedom, are young people looking to make money so they can travel, are young people looking to make money so they can buy a car. So I think about what motivates them to work, and that's what I keep on posting in my Instagram. Number 10, it's the recommended image size, a good quality image for you to post on your Instagram, which is 1024 by 1024 pixels. Number 11, the rule, 80 by 20 rule. Post 80% of your content something that doesn't sell anything, okay? You don't want to be selling too much on your Instagram. You should only be selling 20% of the time that you post, or else people will see you as sort of a ad. People will see you as somebody that is just trying to sell them something. So try to post 80% of your content, something meaningful for your followers. And 12, create a group of influencers. This is something that I found that works really good. I went on Instagram and I found people with the same goal as me. I created a group, and in that group we started exchanging contacts, we started exchanging followers, shout outs, and I would send them out my merch and send them out my awards, talk a little bit about my account, and they would post images and content so I could get their followers, and we would exchange followers as well. So create a group of influencers, create a group of people in your niche, people that are looking to do the same thing as you and have the same goals. Now, these are the steps that I did to get the 45 sales. The first thing that I did is I defined which product I would sell, which is Builderall. So I found that I would sell Builderall, and the second step is I studied and I identified a target audience. So who is looking to purchase Builderall? Who would buy Builderall? So then I found out that young people are interested in having financial freedom. I chose my target audience. And from there, I created an Instagram account and posted content related to my audience related to my niche. Number 4, I used the strategy follow, like, and comment to gain authority and engagement in my Instagram. And after I got about 6,000 followers, that's when I started to run ads to my capture page where I captured the emails and Instagrams of those leads. Number 6, I sent an autoresponder message to that list, inviting them into an entrepreneurship group on WhatsApp. And number 7, of course, I converted my leads into clients. Now, what I did in that group was I kept sending them testimonials. I kept sending them results of other affiliates. I was helping them with questions, and I was never mentioning sales. I was never mentioning Builderall. I would only sell them Builderall after they came up to me and asked, what are you doing? I want to do the same thing as you because I see the results of the people, I see the results of your affiliates, so I want to do the same thing. And only when they asked me that, I sent him my checkout page. And after they purchased, they would have access to the members area where I have all the trainings and where I have all the materials for them to start promoting. And that's how I got sales up to my 6th level within those 20 days. Now, that's my presentation. I have my contacts right here. I have my Instagram, my personal Instagram, my business Instagram, and my Skype. If you guys have any questions later, you can contact me here, and I'll be happy to help you. So, that's it. You guys have any questions?
Is there a way to use Instagram with your laptop and smartphone, or is it only phone?
Well,
In the entire world. And we call her the Builderall baby. Her name is Emily. She's way cuter than her dad, but we're glad that we have her dad here today. But I would like to introduce my good friend, Jean Jaquez.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Good. We'll be back here, right? Sorry, Emily couldn't be here, but she is with me right here. And if you can open up my slide.
Let me see if I can find it.
It's right there.
Sorry, Jean.
There you go. Alright, so actually before we start, I want everybody to get up. It's like, you've been sitting down for a little bit.
Yes.
Just to the next. Alright, so let's get up, stretch, left.
Worked off that chicken.
Oh yeah, man, that food was. Who loved the food? Raise your hand. Who loved the fish? Raise your hand. Chicken too. I'm a chicken lover, so yeah. Alright, before you sit down, so the person next to you, left or right, give them a little pat in the back, If you don't have anybody, pat yourself in the back. It feels good, right? Yeah, that's a family, that's a team, and that's Builderall. Alright, so guys, my name is Jean. Jean Jaquez. Pronounce the J like an H. It's not jackass. Trust me, growing up was horrible. My teachers, is Jean Jackass here? It's horrible. So I had to make sure I tell you how to pronounce my last name. Jaquez, the J is like an H. Alright? So I'm a father and a husband to my beautiful Emily, aka Builderall baby. Look her right there, working. She's gonna retire by 5. Trust me. And I have my beautiful wife right there, Letty. She couldn't be here with me. Whoops. But I love this quote that I did. Don't fear success. It's deep. I'm not gonna tell you about it. Just think about it. Maybe I'll tell you about it later. But as Shelly said, I am an Army vet. I got out of the service. So if you guys didn't get your soldiers, make sure you get them. Alright? But I didn't want to leave the military. I kind of had to because I was medically discharged. Did about 3 surgeries, wrist and both knees. But I'm still standing, I'm alive, so thank God.
Yay.
So, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support. So guys, I'm going to talk to you guys about the auto tag funnels. But before that, I want to let you guys know how I got here. And it took me about 6 years. 6 years to be to where I'm at. Wasn't easy, right? Because about 6 years ago, I got into the make money online, right? Did you guys search on Google how to make money online? Work from home? Who has done that here before? Raise your hand. Everybody. If you haven't, then I don't know what you're doing. But I started looking into that because, I had a job, decent job. Every job that I did, I always strive for the best. So I kind of knew that I had to do something better. So my last job before the Army was selling cars. I was a Honda sales rep. Good money, about $85,000 a year. I could have made more, but I'm a nice guy, I like to rip people off sometimes. So I made decent money. So it was good. But I know that I needed something else. I wasn't comfortable, working 11, sometimes 12 hours. So started looking for money online. And the first 3 years, there were a big, big bump on the road. So for those of you guys out there, when you start, who feels that they want to stop doing it? Right? Because is it easy?
No.
Is it hard?
Yes.
But it's simple though. Why is it simple? Who can tell me? Anybody? Don't scream. Just raise your hand. Why do you think it's simple though? Go ahead.
Because it makes sense. It's easy
Sure.
to understand.
It is. Go ahead.
You can automate your business.
Exactly. And also because of the amazing community that we have here, Builderall, right? We have steps. We make it simple, simplify it for you. That's why I love my my company that I made, Simplest Advertising. I love to make things simple. So does Shelly. That's why she's the Builderall Diva. She records amazing videos, which I don't have to send my team 500 videos. I can just say, hey, here's Shelly. Hey, Gene, how do you do this? Give me a second. Search. Here's Shelly. I love you. You saved me so much trouble. Give me a round of applause. So, those 3 years, real hard for me, bumping the road, because I gave up on myself. Not once, not twice, not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I gave up on myself a lot. And I'm human, just like you guys. Why did I give up on myself a lot? Because my family members, my neighbor, my coworker, my cousin, and so on and so forth. Those are the people closest to you that you think are going to be like, hey, let's go, come on, I'm going to help you. Oh, God, my eyes. I'll stay over here. Unfortunately, those are the people that least are going to help you. And you want them to help you, because, hey, that's your family. Mi familia, right? Dominicano?
Yeah.
But, guys, it's okay. You're going to get them on your boat, or on your road, on the right path, if you show them results.
That's right.
If you show them that, hey, look, it's been 2 years. Like, oh, you're still doing that thing? What are you doing next? Oh, you doing one of those pyramids things again? Come on. I'm not going to join. I already wasted money with you. That's why I still get it. So even though I've had success, trust me, I still get family members like, nah, man, I already spent $1,000. Remember that coffee thing? No, I'm good. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, that's why we're here with these people, with this community. If I tell Shelly that, hey, I'm a little bit stuck, I don't get this, I can go to Shelly. I can go to Peter, Alvaro, James. They'll help me out because we both have that mindset.
Right.
So, if you guys agree that Builderall is an amazing community / family, clap your hands, please. Alright, so now, another thing that kind of slowed me down during those 3 years is finding the next shiny thing. This little tool can do this, like, hey, look, if I press here, I can make $300. Just press this button. Oh, cool, I'll press it. Where's the $300 though? And then another thing pops up. Hey, look, if you do this, you're gonna get automatic traffic. Just install this plugin and you're gonna see thousands and thousands of views. All right, awesome, install it. 0 views still. When is this gonna work? And I just kept jumping and jumping. So like I said, I'm human. We get distracted. Understand that. And also, I didn't have anybody that I can follow and listen to tell me the mistakes. Like you guys have here. I'm telling you all the BS that I went through so that maybe if you guys listen, you don't do it too. So it doesn't take you 6 years to be up here. It can take you maybe 2-3 months, depending on how hard you work. You can make it. So then, what happened after those 3 years? Something clicked. I partnered up with a couple of people, business partners, and I'm about to make almost 2 years with Builderall.
Woo! Good job.
Love that. Awesome. Love that. So, with Builderall, I saw consistency. And that's when I noticed that if I stayed consistent, instead of trying this, doing this, spending here, spending there, I saw that I was spending more than I was making. So, with the consistency that I did, I saw success. And with Builderall, man, I'm seeing way more success than I ever thought. So it's insane. And because of all this that I've been doing, I can now be a full-time, stay-home dad, and watch my little baby girl Emily, which was over here, and then she was over here, and now she's like over here. She's growing fast. And all she says is dada. And mama hates her. She's like, when is she gonna say mama? But yeah, guys, that's a little story about me. Now, the main thing that I'm gonna talk about is the auto tag funnels, which, Eric, man, I love you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
After how many times I kept bugging you about it. I always told them about, like, hey man, we need something that simplify, right? Connect things, because, okay, I have Shelly for tutorials, but when I create my own funnels, I have to create about 5, 6 to 10 videos. And it's great, but it's kind of time consuming. Shelly knows creating all those tutorial videos. 2 o'clock in the morning, that's a lot. You know, it's great because you're doing it for your team and you're doing it for the community. But, like I said, I love simplicity. Simplify it. So the auto tag funnels came along. So now I'm able to create a full system to share with my team members. So besides Builderall, who here has an additional income stream or a business on the side? Okay. Good amount of room. Who? Good. Did I turn it on? Can you hear me?
No.
Battery's like
Battery.
mic check 1 2 1 2.
Mike's not here.
James.
Mic.
Uh-oh.
Battery go.
Ah, man. I didn't prepare my lungs for this. We'll give it a few minutes.
We can hear you.
Alright, so, you guys hear me alright?
Yeah.
Even back there?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, so now, I'm able to create a system, a funnel for my team, and simplify it for them. Because now in Builderall, you have, in your back office, you can set, they said like link 1, link 2. In the funnel, I set it up where button 1 will be link 1, button 2 will be link 2. So now I can create a whole system and say like, hey look, this is the system for, let's say, coffee, right? I'm selling a coffee product. So I'm gonna give you this sales page. All you have to do is transfer it to this platform. Now, this is where two income streams come in. Because, all right, you're selling this opportunity or this product, the coffee. They're gonna buy the coffee. It's great, or the course. Now they want to be able to sell now this opportunity, this product. How are they gonna sell it? Right? They don't have that page that you just sold them. But on the second page, that's when you tell them, hey, look, thank you, congratulations, welcome to the team, welcome to the product. Now, you want to be able to do the same thing that I did, where you didn't have to talk to me, you didn't have to get on the phone. You just had this sales page that did all the explaining for you. Why don't I give it to you? And guess what? It's going to cost you $9,999. Who's going to buy it? Nobody, right? But if I told you, hey, look, you got this, a great opportunity, great product, get the system, it's going to cost you $0. Zero. But how are you going to get it? Who knows how they're going to get it? Say it.
Builderall.
Exactly. Builderall. And what does that mean for you?
Money.
Money. Who doesn't like money? Raise your hand. Gotcha. Yes, finally, that's Alright, so who loves money? Raise your hand. Now some people not raising it? Oh man, it's okay. I love money, I'll take it. But you automate your sales process with a system, with a funnel, and you don't have to pay a programmer. Trust me, when I started, I know about coding a little bit, HTML. I tried to learn it. I did a little bit of WordPress. Then I heard about this great product. Supposedly great, right? ClickFunnels. Spent hundreds. Then on top of that, autoresponders. I was spending over like $500 to almost $600 a month. But you know, with that other platform, you have to pay like $297 to get close, maybe this close to what Builderall has to offer. So I was like, oh man, you know what? Here's where it's at. I'm paying less because who doesn't love to save money?
I love it.
So now I create this, pass it on for free. I just made a sale on whatever I'm selling on the front end, and I just made another sale with Builderall. Now everybody in my team. Hello. All right, the karaoke mic is back on. All right, so now everybody in the team gets their own personalized system. That's one other thing I love. Because if I had WordPress, ClickFunnels, HTML, whatever, they would have to open up their hosting, do a whole lot of coding, and they can't really personalize it because you gotta know what you're doing to personalize it. Now, yes, you do have a learning curve in Builderall to personalize, but hey, I got Shelly. Well, actually, no, let me rephrase that. We have Shelly. There you go. Got it. And of course, there's certain things that I have to create myself. I have to, you know, guide them through the funnel and what to click and where to go. That's different. But that's simple. And if you're not comfortable, then just record the video without your face. That's it. Just do the screen capture, and you're good. So now, if I give a system to, what's your name? I keep looking at you. Peter. Oh, man. So, Peter, if I give you the system, let's say my system's called Genius Cash Flow System, and I give it to you, and now what you could do, you have 100% ownership of that system. You didn't pay me, right? You're paying your platform to stay active. But now you can call it Peter's Cash Flow System, and you can sell it if you want to, right? Or just keep doing the same thing, selling the product, but you are seen as a professional. You're the pro that created the system. Because I gave you the blueprint, I gave you everything simple as easy. So if you want to be the leader in that page that you just created, that system, just redo my videos or do voiceovers. Because a couple of I've seen my videos out there. Now I'm like, wait a minute, that's my Windows. But that's not my voice though. They're smart. They're doing it. I gave them permission. Right? It's great. So now you built an income stream with one funnel, or you built multiple income streams with one funnel, one system, all thanks to, let's say it,
Builderall.
let's do it again. All thanks to Builderall. All right, awesome. So I'm gonna give you guys. I was thinking of not doing this because it's separate from, it's a combination of what I'm doing on the side with Builderall. But just to give you guys a preview of what I'm talking about, are you able to click on the link?
Yeah.
All right, so what the video's not showing? Oh, it's on step 1. That's weird. You can take off the. Actually, forget it because the first page is the opt-in page and all that. So right here, so start your breakthrough business challenge with. And it has my name there because it's in my system, my Builderall system. But if I give it to Peter, to Shelly, to James, once they save it, automatically, they don't have to go in, you don't have to be a pro at Builderall. It's going to see their name there, not mine. So in this funnel, the way that I'm doing it is that video that's going to be there, which I'm waiting for the person that's doing that video for me. It's been a while. They're going to have a video there, and it's going to say, hey, how's it going? Welcome to Breakthrough Challenge. I'm representing the person that's right on top. So therefore, if you are shy and you don't want to be on video, I got you. Because I'm putting somebody there for you to represent you. They're not saying their name, they're not saying who they are, And on the next video, I'm going to be in the video. But I'm still not saying, hey, this is Gene Hankins. No, I'm saying, hey, what's up, guys? I represent the first person on top of this. Follow this video. I'm going to guide you step by step and so on. But they're going to think that I'm Peter. I'm saying that I'm representing, because I don't want to, lie and steal an identity or something. But, it just gives off that what's the word?
Be anonymous. Professionalism.
Yeah, some more professionalism and that idea of that, hey, I'm working with this guy, this is how he looks like, even though he already said that he's representing the person on top. Okay? So then, if you scroll down, so then in the video, it's going to talk about, the first breakthrough, which is the right business for any entrepreneur. And that's right there. You can put whatever business you want. If you're in Herbalife, if you're in, selling, I don't know, sneakers, whatever, that's the right business for you, because that's what you're doing. So right there, in that button, you don't have to edit it. You edit it in your back office of Builderall, put in the link there, and when they press that button, it takes them to your opportunity, your product, and so on. Now they have to come back. Second step, you need this no matter what. And what do they need?
Builderall.
Exactly. And then I just put that there because I have a group that I created for the Breakthrough Challenge. So when they go to, you need this, so click on that one, please. So when they go there, a video again, but that one's going to be my video. And I'm going to tell them, hey, you need this platform no matter what you do. You need to have a website, you need to have a system. And how you're going to get this exact same system for free is if you get this platform. Now, I'm not selling them Builderall. I'm not telling them it's the best platform out there. You could do this, this, and that. I'm just telling them, hey, look, there's a problem. I have your solution. Here it is. 2 options. $9.90, you just get the platform. They'll get to use it, have the system, but they're not going to make that double commission if they were to pay the $49.90. So I have two chances here, and they can't go anywhere else. So they have to buy. I mean, they already bought the first opportunity, right? So why not? It's only $9 if I'm broke, right? Or if you still got money, $49.90. So after they do that, thanks to, again, the amazing platform Builderall, the custom checkout page, after they already paid Builderall and all that, they're going to go to a second page, and that's where I welcome them, and then I direct them through the step-by-step how to set up the system, how to buy a domain, which I have there my Namecheap affiliate. Got to still make money somehow, right? Multiple income streams. That's why I love Builderall.
That's right.
I'm able to create systems, funnels, and still be home with Emily 24/7.
That's great.
And can you back to my presentation?
Yep.
So guys, again, that's my wife, that's me. Giving her the keys to the car because she wants that car right there. We were in Vegas for about a couple of days, and thanks to this opportunity, working from home, I'm able to do these things, travel whenever I want, rent exotic cars that cost, we had over I think $5 million worth of cars.
Wow.
Being able to drive a Lamborghini and I-8, it's amazing. The lifestyle that we dream of, and I've always thought about, I've seen in movies, I didn't think I would have it, but I'm glad that I do now. But that is it for today, guys. If you guys want to find me on Facebook, I might not be able to add you because I'm already full. I got 5,000 friends, but I do remove because there are some, fake profiles there. But you can follow me. That's my fan page right there. I got an Instagram. I don't post as much as, overall, but I learned a few things here today, so I got a post. And then I got my YouTube, which is a mix of whatever I do on the side, and of course, you guys seen if you've seen it, a couple of Builderall tips and tricks that I give out there. And that's it, guys. Thank you for having me. Now,
At some point, right? I don't know even what cahoots is, but I think we're going to get in cahoots sometime. Because she has a personality that is just so amazing. I'm so thankful that I have met her. She means everything in the world to me, and I'm so excited to introduce her today. This is Anita, and she is originally from the UK. She's recently become an American citizen. Wow. Welcome to America. Now let's hear from Anita.
Hey guys, thank you very much. I'm here today to show you that.
No, you got it up to your face. You gotta get it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, point it.
That's
Yeah,
better.
point the tongue. Yeah.
Good job.
You can see I've never done this before. But I'm here today to show you that people like me and you can actually make this business work. It's not something I like to do. I hate being the focus of attention. As I think if any of you have been online know, I'm usually there, but I'm always in the background. But I challenged myself today to stand up here and talk to you because I do think I have something that could be of value to you. And secondly, to see if I can actually get over this fear that I've carried with my whole life.
You're doing great.
But I am keeping my notes with me. I don't think I'm going to get over that fear because the nighttime sweat started last Monday night. I've had so much going around in my brain ever since I kind of accepted Shelley's offer to be heard today. And I'm trying to get it in some sort of order. And so, so I hope it kind of comes through in that way. On the subject of getting really nervous about things, when I was young, I absolutely loved horses. And I so wanted to go horse riding. Eventually my parents allowed me to go, and I would go every Saturday for a lesson. But in the morning I'd sit at the breakfast table with my breakfast in front of me, and I would not be able to eat it. I felt so sick. And it was all because I was so excited and I just wanted to do a great job. I wanted to be able to ride a horse so well. I didn't want to do a bad job while I was out there, but it made me so ill they almost stopped me going, but luckily they didn't. So I know at some point I might freeze here, hopefully this will stop me, but if I get to that point and I'm not sure what I'm doing and I need to find the point in my notes, I want you to all go cha-ching. So we go cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Because cha-chings make us feel so much better. Yes. Cha-ching, cha-ching, yeah, thank you. First page. Ooh, that's partway through. But first, who am I? Now that's really important. It's really important who I am, but it's really important who you are. If you think, oh, I'm drying up already. If you think about who you are, you often think, well, who am I? I'm nobody. I haven't done anything that really makes a difference in this world. But I'm here today to tell you that. Let's get lots of cha-chings! I'm here today to tell you that it was during the preparation for this event, sort of thinking through all this stuff, that I suddenly realised that I am actually quite awesome. Yeah! Number one, I made it to 59 years of age without having an accent or getting it really, really sick. Number two, I lived in several different countries of the world. And three, I have three beautiful children boys, and I didn't kill them while I was and I did do several years of that as a single parent. So I have been married 3 times. Now I don't think that's a real achievement, but it is a part of who I am. Third time's a charm, is what they say. Lucky. I've also explored the USA extensively and from the back of a horse.
Wow.
And I almost represented the USA once in a horse sport, but that's another long story.
Wow.
And of course, like anybody in this industry who comes up on stage and tells you about their story, I have also survived bankruptcy almost twice. So, and usually, as you know, people's stories tend to go to that depth, and I have been there. I grew up in the middle of England, near the town that Robin Hood made famous of Nottingham. And I went to scholarship to a school where we were told that we were among the top 4% in the country. But I never really bought into that because I managed, there were several different exams you had to do to get into school, and for some reason they allowed me in just doing one of the exams. And that exam was what we called there the 11 plus. And the exams, the things that I missed were the interview, the oral bit. And at 12 years of age, I already knew that I actually had quite a sharp brain, but my verbal skills were very lacking. They've never got any better. And part of it, I do think, was actually down to my mother, but I'm just going to leave it at that for now. So things started out pretty well in that sense. But I was born in a generation in the 50s and 60s, just soon after the wars, when we kind of felt as a generation that as you went through life, you kind of went up this ladder. There were kind of rungs on the ladder, and you gradually got higher and higher. What nobody told us at that time is that sometimes those rungs can be taken away from you. And we were not prepared for that. So the first time that happened to me was after some rather affluent years in the oil industry. We were back in the US trying to decide what the future held for us, when my ex-husband went into partnership with an old friend. We ended up dissolving that, and the only person that made money out of it, who didn't put any money in, was the friend, of course.
Oh God.
So that time we didn't actually go bankrupt, but we probably would have been better off if we had done. So it was back to the grindstone in the UK, but the experience had taken its toll on the relationship. So there followed, after that, about 7 years as a single parent. But actually, those years were the most successful in my career. I was actually headhunted from the local college into local government, and I moved from designing very crude, those initial access databases, to service desk management and then service delivery. And I think we learn from that sometimes in those types of years is when you have to do things, is when you really step up and make things happen. Yeah. 6 years after that, I'm happily married again. I kind of felt that I got it all figured out. Things went very well for years, and I'd actually won an award for. Woo! Wow, the more I stop, the more money we get. I won an award for moving where we'd gone with our help from one spot to making the whole service a lot better. And it was a national award, and they'd given me a life coaching session. And this was when life coaching wasn't kind of a thing like it is now. Nobody ever really knew what a life coaching session was at that time. So I thought I'd go along, and I went to this life coaching session, and we agreed between us that I had it figured out. There was nothing really, that I could actually do. And that sounds really vague, but at that point in time was how it was. So life was good, but I felt there was something missing. I wanted to do something with my life, as sometimes you do, or our lives. And I sometimes put it down to the TV shows in the UK. I don't know, you don't get them quite so often here, but in the UK it's a problem. There was lots of travel shows, go live here, go live on this island, make this happen, go do this somewhere else, and go tour on your bike across somewhere or other. And we decided to do something different. We thought we were financially stable enough to do so. So I remember sitting on a bench at the top of a hill one day, and we sat on this bench, we said, we're going to do this. I'll tell you what it is in a minute. We're going to do this whatever it takes. Now, obviously we didn't know what it would take, but we'd made the decision we were going to do it. And sometimes you look back on those things and you think, should I have made a different decision? I probably should have made a different decision there, but every time I look back I think, well, no, really, I would still do this, even though what happened next, may have changed my life totally, and probably has. But, so, what we did is we bought some horses, we bought a big truck, a big trailer, and we decided we were going to ride in every state in the US, ride horses in every state. We actually did ride in 35 states, which, it was quite a feat. What things we learned from this, one was that sometimes it is the people with the very least that actually give you the very most. The US is absolutely humongous. It's a huge place. And our goal of riding in every state was just crazy. But stupidly we kept on as long as we could, but back in the UK, it was 2007, back in the UK, our property profile was causing problems, and so we ran out of money, we stopped our trip after 35 states. And to cut a long story short, we ended up walking away from the portfolio property, and I'm ashamed to say, or I don't usually tell people, but I ran away to the USA. I could not face going back to the UK. I just couldn't face doing that.
We're glad you're here.
We're glad. Luckily, my ex-husband was American, so we did have access to come here. Otherwise, we would not have been able to. But so we did do that trip was the highlight of my life. So it was worth it to go through the pain, probably. Sorry. Cha-ching, come on, cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Oh yes, I missed that bit out. address in a bit. But the biggest thing in marketing, I believe, is being unique. This makes you stand out, and it attracts people that are really interested in who you are and what you do, and so much more closely. When we first started doing taking to marketing online, it's we're all looking for the formula. We're looking for the system that will work for us. But honestly, I really don't think that we can be somebody else. I've often tried to sort of emulate some of the other people I've seen and do things like that, but it obviously I could get better the more I do it, but it takes so much longer, and really I just think that oh gosh, I really think you need to be yourself. It's like you get one of those email sequences, and I think, oh great, I've got an email sequence. I can just put that in place. But I put, you sort of start reading and think, there's no way I would write this to people, and really you shouldn't, because it isn't you. You really need to be you.
Right.
So my advice is don't try to be someone else or copy someone else. Just be true to you.
Good. I love that.
The one thing that has probably makes this so hard for me is that I like to be perfect. I don't like to produce anything that's not perfect. And that holds me back. And I know there are a lot of other people out there as well. I know that that being like that is just setting yourself up for failure. So I'm not perfect, I won't ever be perfect, but if I can allow myself not to be perfect, which I'm not being perfect today, then I can help so many more people. I can do so much more if I just do it anyway.
Yes.
Feel fear and pain, whatever it is, and do it anyway. So I have to remind myself daily that I don't have to be perfect. So I'm excited to share that with you, that I can actually start to be up here and maybe talk a little bit more online, Eric. Maybe say some things, not be too scared about it, or scared about it. So just quickly, back to the US, it didn't start out brilliantly because this was 10 years ago now, and we had 9 months we were in the country without being able to work, and we were scared to work in case they then threw us out of the country. What we didn't know at the time was how much the internet could have helped us there, because we could have probably worked without sort of definitely working in the country. I did actually build a website for one TV show actually, and they paid me in hay for my horses. So we never actually worked here. But with the internet how it is now, you can work from anywhere and you're not necessarily there. So I'm not quite sure how they would see that, but it is an option. Once we were allowed to work, we got back into IT services. We got part-time jobs on the help desk once we were able to get going again. And we were in and out of work depending on which one gave us the health benefits. And I got stuck. My husband ended up having a good job with no health benefits, and I ended up having a not so good job with the health benefits. So, which is not something from the UK we're used to even thinking about. So, not too long after that, I just really decided that I could actually leave that, and I started my own business. And this was selling a product in the horse industry. And it was this product that made me realize I had to learn about marketing online. I'm going to have to have a joke. Sorry. Thank you.
Fabulous.
so I started up that business. It was okay, but I learned an awful lot from it. One of it was spending $5,000 on sponsorship of a sign on a cross-country course. You know, you can spend so much money in marketing in other ways, really. I mean, and they don't blink an eye. You know, and you can't measure. You cannot measure how much that does for you. So I've kind of been through that little bit. But around this time, we discovered ClickFunnels as I was trying to work out what to do. But also, just almost in the same week as we discovered ClickFunnels, my husband was actually diagnosed with leukemia. So that totally, you know, when that happens to you, you just totally look at the whole world differently. And for about 6 months there, we were not even in the world.
Wow.
It's a long story, and I told Greg the other night. But we managed to get him well again naturally in the end. We did some chemo and refused after a couple of months, 2 months of chemo, and he, within inside a month, got all his blood counts within normal limits. So yeah, that was amazing, and a very other long story. But I have got some stuff that I might use as lead magnets for that. And
Yes.
So once we got him well again, I wasn't sure which direction I was going to take, but we got ClickFunnels and they had an event on, went to the event and decided to do the certification because it kind of picked up my background in IT support and I knew I could learn software well and maybe I could learn a bit more about marketing. So I don't count myself as a great marketer, but I have learned quite a bit from Marie Forleo, Russell Brunson, and now our friend, what's his name? Eric. So I got certified, and it was pretty tough. I had a pretty tough course, and it was pretty expensive as well. And then after a year, you had a renewal fee of another $5,000, which I wasn't in a position at that point, having not been a real marketer, as I always put it, but having learned a lot, that I hadn't finished paying off the first $10,000 yet. So I decided that I had learned a lot, and I would not take on the certificate. I would not. But it was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life is you work really hard for something, certification, you pass, you get a certificate and everything, then they take it away from you. When have you ever done an exam or done something that they take away from you? I was in that position when I found Builderall. So you can imagine, what just amazement, what stage I was in. And I was so excited. I was so excited that this thing came through. Not only that, I had been using Wix also before, and ClickFunnels, in that I could now build things even better than Wix in a funnel. How amazing is that? I mean, in ClickFunnels you have to get in your CSS and everything to move things, even touching or just crossing a line. I mean, it was ridiculous. But it did give you the work because other people didn't know how to do that stuff. But so that's where I was, and I was so excited about it. I've got 3 people in the first week, and those 3 people are actually still with me today. One of them was amazing, and you probably would all know who she was. But I just need to work out what I was going to say. Cha-ching. I like stopping because you get so much more money. See, I went away from the pages and lost myself. I knew that would happen if I did.
You're doing great.
Just be you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know. They always say that, but I knew it wouldn't be that easy for me. But these people I have been working with beforehand, and they trusted me. Actually, the one who did really well with Builderall, I have been working with her for about 6 months. The reason I was working with her was because I had been online, probably on Facebook someday, and she asked for help with something she was doing for veterans. somebody to build funnels. So I volunteered and ended up doing quite a few different. I volunteered and ended up doing quite a lot of different projects with her. And so I built that trust up with her at that point. And the others in a similar fashion I've worked with in one way or another. And so when I was so excited about this thing, they thought there had to be something there. So what I'm trying to say here is that you have to give something to get something.
Yes, that's right.
You have to be giving in what you're doing out there. You have to find ways to go and help people with something, but then to get that back. And that's what I believe we need to be doing. So after I've gone through my initial list, I think that's where initially we've got this sphere of influence that people kind of know us or things like that. It's not too difficult in that sphere. But then you had hit the wall because where do I go next? So what I did, and I believe is the important thing to do, is I kind of looked around for the niche that I wanted to work with. So you look back at who I am and what I've done, and I decided to help non-profits with finding their. I don't know if you're aware that all non-profits can qualify for a $10,000 a month Google AdWords grant. So I decided that it would be a good idea if I worked out how to do Google AdWords grants, so if I could offer that as a sweetener to get them in to do their website into a Builderall. So I learned to do that, which was actually more complex than I had initially thought, although any grant is always more difficult than one would think.
Yes.
And Google are really good at sending you around in circles when with an answer to a question. If it starts going wrong, then you just don't understand what their answer is. And I understood how a lot of the non-profits would get mixed up because I wasn't working it out and I thought I had a bit better brain than the technical brain than they might have. So I worked that out and I managed to get 3 of them $10,000 a month grants. And that was kind of what was going to be my way forward at that point in time. And then, of course, another spanner in the works. This was something that just kind of completes us coming to the USA. The property of my dreams just came out of nowhere almost at an amazing price, and everything came together. We sold the property we had, all on the 21st of June this year, which is the solstice, so we called it Solstice Farm, which the only other possible name for it would have been Builderall Farm. And now I've kind of changed a little bit what I'm doing because I'm looking at what we're doing on the farm, all the different businesses. That was the exciting thing about the farm, was that I could see all these different businesses popping up and different things we could do here and there and different uses for Builderall. So what I'm planning to do is put those into effect and show people as we do them, sort of lead them through the process so they can see what we're doing and how we use it. And also, because it is a guest house, and we have actually already had some of our first guests, I want to do little residential courses for people to help them set up their strategy and then their websites and how they run their businesses. So that's what I want to do long term, but let me just get to whatever I was going to say to finish.
Money.
Wow, you see, that's the thing. I lose it if I go off with my sheets. Then I don't know where I am. Oh, right, yes. So you can see there's been some ups and downs. Retirement was never likely for us after going bankrupt at the age of 50. Not that I think I ever could retire because I'm just the sort of person that just keeps doing. I don't think I could not do stuff. But Builderall has really given us a whole new outlook for the rest of our lives that was looking a little bleak at the time. And that means so much, it really does. And I just want to come back to our responsibility as ambassadors out there for Builderall. I feel it's our responsibility to help Eric implement his vision of an entrepreneur in every family. The strength of this vision is what brings us all here and is what keeps this company going and what will feed it into the future. And that's the bit that I just love about this thing. I can just see, I've always felt that since I was putting a computer on people's desks when they were just coming in the early 90s, somewhere around there. And I just always had this vision to some degree myself, and obviously not like that. So to me, that's what has really brought me, and I feel that's where a lot of the rest of us are too. But I just want to think about the word responsibility in two things: it's response and ability. So basically, it's that you respond to your ability. This way, you and anyone else, or you may have to push your ability a little bit, like I have to. But if you respond to your ability, to what we're trying to do here, then I think that is the strongest force of any human is staying true to your identity and who you are. So, so get out there, guys. Do something. Anything. Be authentic to you. It's who you are. Able to go to many events with. We've been together in Italy. We've been together in Germany. We've been together in Brazil, even though that was him trying to get me medication so I'd stop puking. But he was there for me, and he was absolutely wonderful. I'm so proud to have him as a friend, and I'm super proud to have him here in Memphis, Tennessee. I want to introduce our digital nomad, James Neville Taylor.
Another Englishman.
Woo!
Thank you. What an awesome reception. You made me feel like a rock star. I sent you my presentation on Facebook. Did you get that, Shirley?
Let me get it for you. Hold on.
Have you got the clicker?
Clicker we have. Facebook. Let me grab Facebook right quick.
Once or twice. Only recently.
Let's see here. Wow, 35 messages. Yay me. All right. Is that good?
How do I work this thing?
It might be the center button.
No, the side.
No, he's got to click on it. Gotta be
Ruler was
clicker.
saying it moves around.
Yeah. And then maybe, does it click down? Oh, there you did it.
That's
Oh, you went
fresh.
That went all the way to the end.
You want me to click it for you?
Yeah, I'll just go like that.
Do it.
Click, Shirley. Click, Shirley. Okay, awesome. So I want to start by saying thank you to Eric and the entire Builderall team for putting together such an awesome platform. Without that, none of us would be here, and I certainly wouldn't be here. And so I want to say thank you to Eric and the entire Builderall team. And of course, I want to say thank you to Shelley for putting together this awesome event and inviting me to be a part of it. So my name is James Neville Taylor. I'm a online entrepreneur, digital marketer, and most recently an international speaker. So if you'd have told me last year that I was going to be speaking in front of a crowd of more than 5 or 6 people, I would have asked you what kind of drugs you were on. Because there was no way that I was getting up in front of a crowd of people to speak. I couldn't even speak on video for more than a few seconds at a time. Before this year, I hadn't been on a plane in 15 years, and this year I've been on 13 different plane journeys, 90% of which have all been Builderall related.
Wow, that's great.
Next slide. So in this presentation, I want to show you how I went from a complete down and out recluse, with no hope, to the Builderall nomad, travelling the world and speaking in front of hundreds of people and earning a full-time online income with Builderall. So So less than 2 years ago, I couldn't even function around other people. I couldn't go out without being drunk or worse.
Eat the mic.
Eat the mic. So yeah, I couldn't even go out without being drunk or worse, and I was too scared to even make a simple post on Facebook. Fast forward to now, I'm earning a full-time income with Builderall. I'm traveling the world speaking at events in front of hundreds of people just like this one. I started Builderall in August of 2017, and just 7 months before that I started digital marketing. Before that I struggled with anxiety, depression and social phobia, and I had all but given up. And just to give you a bit of background on that, when I was 11 years old I suffered with a lot of abuse. I was in children's homes from the age of 11 to 15, and in those 5 years I moved around like 15 different times, never really getting to know people, never getting to trust people. The people that I did trust ended up stabbing me in the back or worse. Just to give you a little bit of background why I'm kind of qualified on speaking to you on overcoming anxieties and fears today.
You're the man, man.
So the Builderall community has helped me overcome my anxieties, it's helped me overcome my fears, and it's helped me grow and evolve as a person. Before Builderall I had no confidence, I didn't believe in myself, and I thought everyone was out to get me because that was the reality that I lived with for so long. Before that I played a lot of computer games. Computer games kept me sane, they gave me a sense of accomplishment, and during my childhood years they kept me grounded and gave me a sense of accomplishment. But just like anything, what helped you at one point in your life can slow you down at a later time. So just like an anchor, what kept me grounded and stable would drag it along and hold me back when I was able to move forward again in my life. So Builderall originally appealed to me because of the amazing value and the ability to have everything in one place. But what kept me around was the leadership and vision of the community and the CEO and the community that he had built. I knew that Builderall was going to be around for a long time, so I knew that I needed to get involved for the long haul. So when I first started, like I said, I couldn't even post on Facebook due to fear. I would sit there for like 20 minutes and like look at the post and go over it like 20 odd times, and I'd either psych myself out of it, or I'd post it and then I'd just immediately delete it like a few seconds after because I was so worried about what other people would think. I wanted to make a name for myself in Builderall, but I had no idea how I was going to do that when I couldn't even make a single post on Facebook. So I started learning everything about the tools. I read, looked at all the tutorials, started learning. I ate, breathed and slept Builderall for a good few months, and then after that I started posting in the Facebook groups. I started helping people out, and I was getting really good feedback about the posts that I was making and the contributions that I was making to help build my confidence up a little bit more. After that I was asked to do an international summit, which I actually said no at first because I was so nervous. I thought there's no way that I'm going to be able to do a presentation on a live summit. So I said no at first, but then I remembered the words of Richard Branson. If you get offered an awesome opportunity and you're not sure if you can do it, say yes and learn how to do it later. So I was so nervous at the time that I actually messed up. I messed up big time. And I did the whole presentation with my mic on mute. So that was absolutely mortifying. I couldn't believe that. Click, click, click. Yeah, that was so embarrassing. I didn't want to try after that. I just wanted to crawl into a hole and never come out. But I persevered. I picked myself up and did a re-record a few days later. And
it was great. And it was good. It was really good.
And yeah, I got some really good feedback off of that, so that helped boost my confidence up. The first bit didn't, but the second bit helped bring my confidence back up a little bit. So after that was the certification, and that was an absolutely amazing experience. But that was another tough job for me because it was on video calls, sometimes between 2 and 6 hours a day with up to 100 people. So it was hard for me to get involved. But I started getting involved, I started contributing on the calls, and I was getting good feedback from that as well, so that helped bring my confidence up a little bit further. And I actually met some of my best friends and business partners on the certification, and yeah, just and awesome family. It was a family atmosphere, it really was. In January of this year, I became the world's first certified partner for Builderall. Thank you. So that gave me an absolute awesome confidence boost, and it made me believe that absolutely anything was possible. For me to come from where I was a couple of short years ago to where I was the world's first certified partner, it just broke all barriers for me. And that's what I want to show to you in this presentation today, how much things can change for you, and how much can change in just such a short time if you can put your mind to something. So I now co-own a successful digital agency with my partner Greg Glazer in the back here, and that's primarily funded by Builderall and the Certified Partner Program. So yeah, I want to inspire you that you can do this too, and if you can get over your fears and put yourself out there, that anything is possible. Now, fear can have two meanings. Fear can mean face everything and rise, or it can mean forget everything and run. I choose the latter because I've forgot everything and run in the past, and it's a really terrible feeling. You regret the things that you don't do a lot more than the things that you do. Right. So I would rather face everything, charge head first, and maybe make some mistakes on the way, maybe have a few regrets, but nowhere near as many regrets as not doing the thing that you set out to do. So this is my fourth speaking engagement. It's my first speaking engagement in front of a fully English audience. So it's awesome to know what's going on at the events, because the last events Germany, Italy, Brazil, I've had no idea what's going on half the time. So it's awesome to be here and understand everything that's going on. So the downside to that is that if I mess up, you all know what's going on. But it's exciting to be speaking in front of you, but it's also still a scary experience, even though it's my fourth speaking engagement. That kind of tingle in your chest and your stomach doesn't go away. So I'm almost just as nervous as I was on that first summit.
I have pills for that though.
So I'm almost just as nervous as I was on that first summit, but at least now I have someone to turn the microphone on for me. But being nervous is good for two reasons. It means that you're human. If you go through your entire life without being nervous, I'm pretty sure you're a sociopath. Just saying. And more importantly, it allows you to grow outside of your comfort zone. It allows you to grow as a person. If you're always stuck in your comfort zone and never pushing yourself out of it, then you never reach your full potential, you never grow and become who you were meant to be, and that's a tragic waste. So it was a gradual improvement that brought me to where I was now. It wasn't just one event, and I'm here up speaking in front of you all. It was a gradual event. I started posting, I started getting good feedback. It was a gradual progression. I started doing videos and getting a bit more feedback, and gradually building myself up to where I am speaking in front of an audience right now. And I'm still growing now. It's still a progression. You're always going to be improving, you're always going to be learning and growing. So I want to introduce you to a book that blew my mind. It's motivated and inspired me when I started almost 2 years ago. It's been called the Success Bible by many, and the name of that book is Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
It was originally written in 1936 by Napoleon Hill. It was orchestrated by the richest man in the world at the time, Andrew Carnegie, and he asked Napoleon Hill to study the most successful people in the world and write a book about what the success principles were of these people. And he studied this for 25 years, and he discovered two very important things. Number one was that successful people have 16 characteristics in common. So, do you need to be born with these traits in order to be successful? No. The second thing...
Oh, I'm sorry. Go back.
The second thing was...
you are a rock star.
You are a rock star, that's right.
The second thing was more profound, that no one was born with these successful traits. Every successful person developed these characteristics. So 5 of these success principles are so important. I want to go over them with you now. So number 1 is a burning desire. You've got to have a burning desire to want to change, to make a difference. And to quote the book, A burning desire to be and to do. Dreams are not born of indifference, laziness, or lack of ambition. So you've really got to want to change, you've got to want to make a difference, and if you've got that feeling inside of you to make a difference, you've got someone that you want to provide for or something, you've got to have that real want and that real why inside you to make a change. Number two is definiteness of decision, so you've got to make a decision to stick to something. So if you want to go into affiliate marketing, or you want to create a course, or you want to run an agency, you need to pick one thing and stick with it, not jump from one thing to another, to another, to another. Third is specialised knowledge. To use a good example, a handyman gets paid a lot less than, say, a carpenter or a plumber or an electrician, so you've got to have specialised knowledge in your field. No one's going to pay for a jack of all trades, know-it-all. You've got to have specialised knowledge. So when I first started, I ran Google Ads. I specifically did Google Ads, nothing else. So you've got to have specialised knowledge. Number four is discipline. So you've got to be able to discipline yourself to get out of bed each day. Discipline doesn't care whether you're feeling ill. Discipline doesn't care whether you don't want to turn up one day. Discipline will kick your butt, get you out of bed every morning, and get you doing what you've got to do. And number five is persistence. You've got to be able to persevere when people think you're going to fail. Now, to use this as an example, if you were telling your family or loved ones that you're coming to an event today, you're saying, oh, I'm going to a digital marketing event, I want to better myself, I want to do this. How do they react? Are they, oh, that's wonderful, you should be congratulated for wanting to better yourself? Not likely. They're usually like, oh, you're going to one of those things. So if the people who care about you the most and are close to you are not going to not support you but not push you forward, then you think persistence has got to be a good trait to build.
I was listening, sorry.
No problem. So a bit about my story. When I first started, I was sick of doing the same thing over and over again. I was sick of playing video games for a false sense of accomplishment, and which were getting shorter and shorter lived, and I wanted to make up for all the years that I'd wasted just pretty much not doing anything. I didn't try 100 different things when I first started. I tried a couple of different programs, but all in the affiliate marketing space. I decided that I wanted to be an affiliate marketer. I wanted to sell other people's products, so I made that decision and I stuck to it. I focused on Facebook marketing to begin with, and AdWords as well. And I stuck with it for 7 months before I saw results. Most people quit after a few months or even a few weeks sometimes. And when I started making money, everyone who doubted me started congratulating me. So can you see how these 5 success principles fit into my story? I had a burning desire to make a change and make something of myself. I made a definite decision to go into affiliate marketing and I stuck with it. I studied my field and I gained specialised knowledge in Facebook marketing and AdWords, and I had the discipline to stick with it when everyone said that I should give up, and I persisted for over 6 months before I started to see any results. But it's not a simple thing to do. Some people do knock it out of the park when they first start, but you can't think that you're going to do that. You've got to go into it with a realistic expectation, or you're going to be let down and you're just going to want to quit. So you can just choose a path and stick with it. If I was to go from affiliate marketing to a course creation to an agency and bouncing from one thing to another, I could have been running around in circles for years before I started to see any traction. And there are going to be times when you want to quit, and that's where the discipline comes in. You need to dig deep, and it's what separates the successful people from the rest. So I want to give you a few tips. And the first one is motivate yourself and then discipline yourself. This is actually a picture of my wall in the house that I was working at last year. And as you can see, there's a load of motivational quotes all over the wall. That was the wall that I woke up to every morning, and that was the TV that I worked on with my computer. So I had all the motivational quotes all over the wall every day when I woke up. Now, when I first started, I was reading books like Think and Grow Rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Tony Robbins and stuff like that. And every time I had like a revelation from the book, I would print it out. I'd go on Google Docs, I'd go on there, I'd print it out, and I'd laminate it, and I'd stick it on the wall. All the things that meant the most to me. So like I said, I woke up to that every morning, and it was above the TV that I was working on every day. Second is you will focus on your mistakes far longer than anyone else. I've been guilty of that myself. Other people are more worried about themselves and the mistakes that they're going to make to focus on your mistakes. I've done it in the past where I've focused on my mistakes far after everyone else has forgotten. And yeah, so no matter what, don't stop. Keep pushing forward. You may trip, you may fall, you may break your legs, but if you keep crawling towards that goal, crawling towards where you want to go, you're going to make it to that finish line in the end. Don't compare yourself to others. That is the easiest way to destroy yourself. Everyone moves at different paces and everyone has different starting positions. The only person that you should be comparing yourself to is yourself, how you were a day ago, a week ago, a month ago, or a year ago. Now this one's a tough one, and this is something that I struggle with a little bit myself still. So you've got to learn how to shake it off. Failure is a learning experience. A lot of people like to look at failure as a first attempt in learning. But it really is. If you only truly fail if you accept defeat as a reality and give up. And you've got to know that most successful people have failed more times than you've ever tried. So yeah, removing old beliefs. It's amazing what we can accomplish when we remove the old beliefs that have held us back for so long. And once you remove these barriers and start having a new mindset, you can achieve absolutely anything. So removing toxic people is the first step to this. It's a tough thing to do, but if people make fun of you, belittle you, or put you down, they have no place in your life. It was what I put up with it for a long time because that was all I knew for a long time. But once you realise, I've travelled a lot this year, and I've realised that there's a lot more nice people in the world than there is horrible people. It was something that I was used to was a lot of horrible people, but this year I've come to realise, and last year I've come to realise, there's a lot more nice people in the world than there are horrible. Excuse me. So yeah, I thought everyone was out to get me. It had been my reality for so many years, and yeah, I got a bit ahead of myself there. After coming out of my shell, I've learned it's not true. It took almost a decade to have the courage to realise this, to break out of my shell. And I probably could have come to these realisations 5 years ago if I'd had the courage. But I'm so thankful that I had the courage now, because I could have easily turned down the opportunities that I've been given this year. Doubt, fear and limiting beliefs could have held me back, and it would have been so easy to say no. But it would have been easy to begin with, but hard to be stuck in the same place, stuck in the same routine, and knowing that I turned down something that could have been so big and brought me to where I was now. It comes back to that regret for not doing something. It would have been really, really hard in the long term. So if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is hard, your life will be much easier. Now, I want to tell you a little story about tape number 5. One of my mentors sold an audiobook course a few years ago, and they had a problem with tape number 5. Tape number 5 got mixed up with the master copy, and they were recording it onto a blank disc onto a blank disc. So they sent out all the copies with a blank tape number 5. Now, he wasn't really worried about it because he had a guarantee that said, if you have any problems with the tapes, just send it back to us and we'll give you a new tape, no problem. Now, out of 1,000 people who bought the audiobook tape course, how many people do you think asked for a new tape number 5?
Probably 2.
It's a $600 audiobook course.
Wow.
So, how many?
5 or 7?
7.
Wow.
Yeah, 7 people asked for a new tape number 5. Now, what does that tell you?
They either didn't listen or they were too scared.
Yeah, they didn't make it to tape number 5. But yeah, it tells us that most people don't start what they finish. Most people, they start with the best intentions. They can get all hyped up, they can get pumped up, but when the going gets tough and it's time to actually take action and learn, they get discouraged. Lack of belief, lack of a lot of things can hold you back. But he told people to go out and practice what they'd learned, which is probably why not a lot of people got there, because when people practice and they fail, it puts people off and they tend to give up then. So I have a question for you all. What would it mean to you all if you could overcome your fears? If you could escape the feelings of anxiety, if you could be more confident, if you could attract a life that you truly crave, and if you could become who you truly wanted to be? What would you do if you could be assured of yourself, never give up, if you could break the chains of belief that you've held you back for so long? Would you have better relationships? Would you be in a relationship? Would you be more outspoken? Would you take more shots in life? I want you to think for a minute what life would be like if you had no restrictions, if you just had the confidence to go do what you wanted to do. I'm here to tell you that you have that power inside of you. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever it takes to be successful. You have what it takes. You just need to have that practice inside of you and just keep pushing forward. And like I said earlier, don't worry about what people think. Don't worry about the mistakes, because other people will not worry about them. It's your choice whether you want to worry about them or not. So I've recently found my purpose. It's good to have a purpose. It's something that I didn't have for quite a while, so it's really nice to have a purpose again. And my purpose is to help as many people struggling with mental health issues as they can, to show them that there is a way to support themselves and overcome what has held them back, to help them out of the pit that they have dug for themselves and to live a life that they can truly be proud of, and to show them that there is a place that they can grow and develop. Now that place is Builderall to me. To me, Builderall is a place where people can come and follow their dreams. It's a place where you can be yourself and express yourself without fear. It's a place where anyone can grow and where opportunity is all around. And I truly believe this because I've experienced it myself. And I know how hard it is to have no hope. I know how hard it is to have no belief that you will ever achieve anything. I know how hard it is not to be able to function in a normal job, which is why I have such a burning desire to help. So I want to finish this presentation by offering you a free gift. It's an ebook that I wrote called 7 Daily Habits that will help you out of your own head, overcome your fears, and step into the role you were born to play. That is a long title, isn't it? So this book's written to increase your productivity and cultivate the success principles. Whether you struggle with anxiety and stuff yourself, or you just want to increase your productivity, then this book will help you cultivate the success principles and get more done. So that's ggl.1/overcome if you want to get a copy of that. So to finish, Builderall is one of the best tools that I've ever seen. The CEO, Eric, is the biggest visionary that I've ever known. And Builderall is going places, there's no doubt about that. No doubt in my mind that Builderall is going to be absolutely massive. And if you can commit to Builderall and commit to yourself to work on it, there's no reason that you can't be up here with me next year, inspiring people with your story.
Always got such good stuff to say, you guys. And honestly, when we went through certification partner training, Eric would start these sessions, and we'd always start the sessions with, we're only going to go an hour today, or we're only going to go 2 hours today. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be short, no worries. And then 6 hours later, and literally my husband would walk through the living room where I sat. I was sitting in my little chair. I had my little computer in front of me. He goes, "Oh my God, are you still on that training?" And I'm like, "Yep." And nobody wanted to disconnect. Nobody wanted to leave because there was golden nuggets and there was amazing things in everything he said. So anytime that he gets up here and starts talking, we want to hear what he says for sure. So thank you, Eric, for everything that you share with us. And now I have the incredible honor again. I have so many jobs to do, right? I have honorable jobs all day. But we've got incredible people here. And the next person coming up is an incredible person. He works with James. They have a web agency that they have together. And he's just an all-around great guy. I call him Mr. Shades, but he is a marketer extraordinaire. You're going to get a lot of great information and inspiration from him. Let me introduce my good friend, Greg Blazer.
Thank you very much, Shelley. What a wonderful introduction. And thank you, everyone, for coming. And especially Eric Salgado, I thank you so much for putting everything together in the last couple of years. I mean, it was not through ease or lack of difficulty, but of triumph and having victory, and that's the only thing in your sights. So, just amazing. It's a pleasure to be here. So, some of you are wondering, you haven't met me before. My name's Greg Blazer. I'm from British Columbia, Canada, originally around Vancouver, and now currently living in Toronto, Ontario. So, just a little bit about me, and this is not a picture of my family. I mean, this is not my family, this is a picture of my family. So, my beautiful wife, Sherry, my wonderful son, David, and we are traveling the world. Again, this is one of the places we have, since I don't have the clicker. And here, a little bit out of order, this is out in British Columbia. And just some of the things that we like to do. We like to go out and enjoy things together as a family. We like the outdoors. We like seeing different sights, different attractions, and things like that as well.
Is that the teapot place?
No.
That's my favorite. I want to go there.
Oh, there's a place. When I go, the reason why I have this, I do a lot of vlogging, a lot of videos, and some of you that do know me, you've probably seen me with the shades. That's why Shelley's given me and coined the name Shades. Is when I go videoing and vlogging, looking, you know, I'm usually outdoors, enjoying fun in the sun, and so I have my shades on a lot of the time. And so, yeah, it's a typical trait that I have. Here we are again, traveling out in the Middle East here, together as a family, seeing some neat places, things where a lot of people don't go. And yeah, next picture. And here's where we are now at by Niagara Falls. It's close to Toronto.
Wow.
So that the picture that you see in the scenes, just so you know, a lot of you here are from America, and you see the falls in all your TV ads and things like this. I hate to disappoint, but this is our side of the falls, guys. We got the biggest size. You may have Texas, everything's bigger in Texas, but in this case, it's bigger in Canada. So yeah, it's fantastic. So beautiful view. And yeah, today I just want to share some things, and we all have a journey that we're on. Every single one of you was on a journey, and it took a point from where you were to where you are right now, this very, very moment in time. And everyone has their own story. Everyone has their own beginning, what got you here. And it's unique, and it's special, and it's a very unique journey that's your own, and part of your own story that's going to be part of the legacy you leave later on. And we all want to leave a very good legacy with our family, our friends, our peers, and the people that are around here with us. So, what hinders and what stops that? Is it being born to a certain particular family that differentiates us from success or failure? Is it a location? Is it a country? Is it a city that we were born in? Does that distinguish and differentiate us from success or failure as people in society, among our peers, or in business? How about the school we went to, or lack thereof? Maybe some of us maybe have gone to a school, or haven't, or got removed. In my case, I set out to have a goal that I was going to have grade A honors and get scholarships in my 11th, 12th year, because I was told that's what counts in school. So I kind of just made my way and floated through school, all the other grades, but when it got to grade 11, boy, I was going to rock it. And I did. I was actually 3 weeks ahead asking, begging my teachers for homework assignments after I convinced them in the first place. Give me the next assignment. Then the next, and then the next. And you know what? I got to sit and have a study block every single course because I had somehow coerced or found the teacher's favorite apple or chocolate or candy and bribed them to get the homework assignments. And I had a study block all through school, so I never took homework home. I was working at nights, and my schoolwork, my assignments were done during the day in the classes, and I was acing it. But I was part of a trial program, government program, where, example, I didn't realize in the beginning, 6 of my credits that year out of the 8 were tied and linked together in a government trades program. Because I was going to be a tradesman in drafting, architect. For Christmas holidays, the counselor calls me in and also says, Greg, you're going to fail the year now. That was how he kind of said it. I'm like, I laughed. I said, yeah, right, you got the wrong Greg. It's not happening. So I said, I got to go now. I don't have time for this. I got work to do. He says, no, I think you better sit down. And he told me, yeah, you failed one of the classes in the whole grade. And what I did is I picked a sacrificial class to really, really rock it. Because you only need so many credits, right? So instead of a blank course, I picked like art or something like that. I couldn't have a study. And so I didn't quite make it in that one, and I didn't care. That wasn't going to be my major. And it sacked all 6 of my credits. So that was it. I walked out of that meeting, and I went to work. Something similar happened the next year, but it wasn't with a course. It was something else. And I'll go back into my life. You know, I was an only child, not raised by biological parents. I had the gift of an elderly couple that took me in and raised me. So they would have been kind of technically my adopted grandparents, but they were my grandparents. And I love them dearly, amazing. So, you know, that has certain things attached to it. And, you know, at the time when I was going through life and was with them and going through school, there's certain things that they could identify with in school or what you're going through with your peers, you know, you can identify with, right? So the other thing is not having siblings or other kinds of peers. There's all kinds of things you may not have that you see other people have. One of my best friends had like 5 other siblings. I'm like going, man, that's awesome. And he's taking it for granted. I mean, they're fighting. I'm going, what are you doing fighting with your brothers and sisters for? But I guess that's normal, part of the course, right? But I'm going, if I had them, I'd love them to death, you know? And so, but, you know, be that as it may, you know, life goes on. And later on, what little family I had, the family they had raised, the generation before me, so they should have been technically my siblings. Or I could have called my aunt and uncles, they were one generation older. You know, they had a real bad jealousy problem, and so instead of having family that was supporting me, I had family against me. So I lived from 3 years old, them trying to take me away ever since then. They felt challenged, another inheritor, all this other kind of stuff. It was ugly. I didn't know this until actually, I would say within the last 10 years. Wow. And so, you know, and then stuff happens. And I feel real bad, not just for me. I feel bad for my mom, all of our moms, and because she's the one that's alive. She's 101 right now, which is awesome. Wow. So I have her. My father, or grandfather, isn't alive today, but you know, he did an amazing job. And they had everything handed to them. And they chose different things in life. Myself, at the age of 3, they tried to remove me. By the age of 16, they succeeded. So I no longer had a home. So these other siblings had done things with the government and had me removed because the other people, you know, my parents, the only ones that I knew, were too old. And so they went behind the back and undermined my whole life. And so I go into many stories. There's people that say you should write books, like not just books, but series, because it's unbelievable. You know, it's like Geraldo kind of stuff. It's crazy. So, but you know, that's my life. But didn't stop me. So I went in as a government board of the court. And some of those things actually prevented me from some of the other things in school. Like I couldn't go and I couldn't finish some parts of school. I had to go through certain government programs and all these kinds of things. So why am I talking about this? You could say I had a bit of a disposition in certain areas, right? And other ones I'm not even going to get into were pretty tough. I mean, I went through a car accident where my wife died in a car accident in 2001. And you know, couldn't work, was in a hospital, was in ICU with her, and miraculously, I mean, literally a miracle, came alive, raised from the dead, was in the newspapers, Royal Columbian Hospital, ICU in the newspaper. You know, she was front page news. But that had stuff attached to it. And so I was like, there's many different things in life that were tough. And right now, every single one of you, without exception, has had something tough in life. I would say there's challenge that you've had, places where you've come from, some worse, some not so. And the thing is, where I was in the, as a government before the court is there was something that said, as a statistic, I was not supposed to actually make it in life in any way, shape, or form. And so that's what I heard. And then I went and I found that out after I started business. And I started working for myself and trying really, really, really hard. Yes?
Excuse me, can I interrupt you for a minute? Yeah. Pardon the interruption. Is anybody driving a Jeep Renegade Missouri plates? That's a cream-colored Jeep Renegade Missouri plates. Nobody? Park under the bridge? No parking zone? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So no one has a Jeep Cherokee. Talk about dispositions, right? Do you go looking for them? No. Do they walk up and get it? Yeah, they do.
That's not a rental, is it?
No, not my rental. That would have been great. I should have rolled that in. Just she had too serious of a look on her face. Boy. You know, I was beginning to wonder myself, you know. I go, is it something that I said? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Okay. It's not okay here in America to talk about that. I don't know. So I should tread carefully. Yeah. So as workhorse, I'm being deported. I'm not allowed here. I didn't get the visa, okay? All right. Let's rise above that, all right? So let's see what we can do. So, you know, again, it's a thing like, as the only father that I had pass away, you know, role model, didn't have anyone, didn't have siblings, didn't have people to lean on. As a ward of the court in a foster care system, this is interesting. This is how I started my business, guys. Okay, not affiliate marketing, but it really relates. And I think you guys will be able to in some way, but maybe not quite this harsh. So when I was in there, 16 years old, ward of the court, taken away from everything that I knew, loved, and cared about, there's a guy in there. So you attach to someone, I mean, a husband and wife, and he had everything under the sun with mechanical tools, things like that. The internet didn't exist. Boy, I wish it did. But it didn't at that point, right? So no www.com. And so, you know, I identified with him. I wanted to learn, and he taught me some things. So I started to go, okay, well, here's some kind of a father figure or something like that. I want to learn different things, skills and trades. He had a business, and he wanted to liquidate that. He had his own plan for success. But it was off the back of somebody, and I didn't know that for 7 years later. So he was cultivating me, and said, here's a business, but you need a down payment, because he knew my parents had money, right? So I did end up getting that down payment, fast forward a lot of years later, paid for the business, and he privately financed it, thinking I'm not going to make it. He's going to keep the down payment and get the business back. I worked hard. Give me an opportunity, I'm going to work hard. Yeah. And you know what? So I went in there, he gave me a bunch of stuff that didn't work. Well, I worked overtime at night, burned the other second part of the candle to make it work. So what he gave me broken, I fixed so I could work during the day to make the money. And I paid that off within a year. So plan A for him didn't work. I didn't know that was his plan A. But he had plan B. Then there's a building. He goes, okay, well, I can't put him down. He owns it lock, stock, and barrel. Great. Now, here's a building. Here's an industrial complex. Dilapidated, 12 leaks in the roof, right on top of a paint booth. How do you paint cars with water coming down on, hang buckets over top of them? I mean, whatever it takes. I'm out there torching, I never torched, done a roof on, and I fixed it in the winter. And the fire department came because they seen flames coming up from the roof because the building's by the highway. I'm like, you know, it's kind of interesting. Kind of like someone looking for a car. But anyways, you know, it stopped me. So within 5 years, privately financed, I find out that he wanted to keep me broke. I had a small miracle. I worked really hard, and we got a break, and a bank financed me. And I stayed with that business for over 20 years. Was it easy? No, absolutely not easy. Did I have to work extra hard? Absolutely. I had someone actually had my own worst intent in mind, and they knew more than me about taxes. I wish I knew Ruben back then. Yeah. He would have told me about taxes. I wouldn't have fallen into that trap, right? Because I would have had to declare free and clear income. So fast forward a lot of years. Where are you today? Oh, you know what? I was labeled a statistic. Because of word of the court, virtually 100% of them all wind up in jail, juvenile halls, alcohol on the streets, dead, down, and dilapidated. Okay, like that's it. I had social workers fighting after I was in business for a few years, saying, "Yeah, that was the guy that it was my case." Where were they when I needed a haircut and $10 they were supposed to give me? They weren't there, but they were taking the credit afterwards, going, "That's my case. I broke the statistics." They didn't, but who does? So here's a question. Have you ever felt kind of down, the underdog, underprivileged, maybe with a poor disposition in life? How about in a situation not adequate or up to the task? Let's see a raise of hands. How many people have felt that in life? You know, really. Now, what differentiates and changes the people who are successful and have made it? Are they any different? Are they the ones that completely are born with it? Actually, James, my partner, he had an amazing presentation. And that's a classic example. And he said, you know, the 16 traits that people have, you know what? They're not born with them innately. It's a driver and it's a motivation and it comes within. So I just want to say, it's not your location, it's not your school, it's not your parents, it's not any of those things that shape, make, or break you in success. It's a power of choices. It's a power of choice which you will choose right now. It's a lot of people will say that it's your environment. Well, I'll say realistically 10% is environmental, because we can't say that people born in a lot of rich families in a rich neighborhood with the right schools and education don't have an upper hand, right? But I'll also tell you, people that don't have an education, and there's many billionaires in the world that have no education or grade 5, are multi-millionaires. So does that stop people? No, it doesn't. It's choices. And sometimes we make mistakes. And so the very cool thing about this is no matter where you are today, no matter what you're thinking of, what has happened, and at this point in juncture, or whoever is seeing and hearing this right now, is choices can get you into poor places. And sometimes they aren't always our choices, like I shared with me. I've had a lot of choices that weren't with me. But can we rise above them? Because 90% is our choice to make. And if choices can get us into a place that isn't so good, choices can turn it around right away to the 180 and rise for success. And I want to say, amazingly, I've had the privilege of hearing Eric's story. We've heard James's story, Anita's. And do you know what? Getting to know these amazing people here, you know what? Everyone here is amazing. Everyone has greatness inside them. Every single one of you. It's what we do with it and what we choose today, and we commit. So that's all I want to share with you here today. Because, you know, you can take this platform. This tool is not going to make you a success. Is it the ability and what you could use as a mechanism in how you want to express your success? Absolutely it is. And you know what? But that has to come from inside. Because we can hand it to you, and if you don't do anything with it and don't make good choices, you won't be sitting there in a few months or next year up here with us, right? Or the next place, or helping your peers, and all those dreams that you have inside. So when you go home, actually even today, write down a choice that you commit to make. One tomorrow and one for next week. And I would say one of those should be to write down a list by the end of next year what you would like and work back. Have a choice that you would like to make and finish and complete for the next 12 months into 2019. And keep Builderall in it, guys. It's awesome because it's going places. And it has. And I love it. So thank you, Eric. Thank you, Shelley. Thanks for
I'm so excited to watch these videos.
On people who spend 16 hours or more outside of work by country. Okay, as you can see, it's Philippines, then it's Malaysia, then it's Singapore, then it's Thailand, and then Singapore. All right. And what are the things they look at? The first one is social media sites. Okay, that's the top one. And then the second would be watching video on news sites and YouTube. And the third is reading news content and researching products. So these are the things they go for. Asia's rising middle class. This I want to emphasize. Why is that?
because the statistics will just astound you. All right? This is very astounding. As incomes rise in once poor but growing developing economies, more and more families are joining the global middle class. And nowhere is that happening with greater impact than emerging Asia. According to 2017 by the Brookings Institution, 88% of the next 1 billion people to enter the middle class globally will be Asians. So that is an astounding prediction which will change because it's the middle class who will be buying and purchasing goods. Isn't that right? So just listening to that, it's almost like, where did they come from? Because, you know, through the years, you know, technology has increased in, getting into the countries, and we are a manufacturing base. Southeast Asia is a manufacturing base. All right? Now, size of Asian middle class expected to nearly reach 3.5 billion people. 3.5 billion people by 2030. All right? So, you're going to ask me, Aryan, what are the statistics on middle class by 2030? Here is a graph that I was able to research. As you can see, there's Asia Pacific, there's Europe, Central and South America. I think this is the Middle East, I'm sorry, in the middle, North America, Central and South America. You see the big circle there. It's just growing by leaps and bounds. It's huge, it's very huge. So, also, 96% of firms are small and medium enterprises. What does that mean? You're dealing with a decision maker, not a big corporation. Asia is all about entrepreneurs. Nowhere else will you see so many people wanting to be, not even wanting, needing to be entrepreneurs, because the wage is just so small, right? So if you're looking for entrepreneurs, they're right there. Okay? So, let's focus a little bit on the Philippines. Why Philippines? 105 million population, and of all the Southeast Asian nations, because we were occupied by America for 50 years, we are the most westernized of all the Southeast Asian countries, and English is almost our language instead of Tagalog. So when you go there, you wouldn't feel like a stranger because they would feel like, you know, hey, you're just one of us, right? So that's why it became the call center capital of the world, because once they train them, they're up and running in a couple of days. All right, so internet users 67 million. Here is the speed of the internet, okay, in those countries. In 2015, Singapore was 61 Mbps, and Philippines was 3.6, so we were really, really slow. But the good news is, right now, we are 403%, and now we're about 17 Mbps. Wow. So in the span of 3 years, we catapulted real fast. You see that graph there of the Philippines superimposed in California? That's how big the Philippines is. But California has 37 million people. Philippines is 105 million. Okay? So just see the demographics there. You will understand the power and the base. All right. This is the famous rice terraces built hundreds of years ago and still into existence now. Now we have 105 million, 67 million are internet users. That is big. That is huge, right? Because I don't know what the reason is, but I think it's because we believe that only through technology can our agricultural country transform to a developing country. And that is very, very important for us. Okay, what are the things that are being sold online? Fashion, electronics and media, food and personal care, furniture, toys, you have it. This is the one that's being traded there online. Now, to have faster Builderall adoption, what must be necessary? Building trust in the company, the product, and the customer's own ability to use the new product is key. Because in Asia, trusting is the #1 factor. I don't care if you have the nicest gizmo in town, but If your face doesn't look like we can trust you, no, goodbye. It's like that. It's more relationships. You know, you come across and put a product first before our face, we'll see you as a scammer. That's just how it is, because there's a lot of those hanging around in real life. Can you imagine more online? So it's very key that if you come across an Asian, personal working relationships is very, very key. All right, now, these are, I think, the 5 or 6 that would be effective for Builderall to be adopted there. 1, effective training and trainers. If you speak a mile a minute, you gotta slow down a bit, all right? Because English is not really the first language of many, many people. You have to have language translation, if you could, and full technical support, because a lot of people want to be handheld, all right? It's a part of it. Ease of payment, not many people still have credit cards, right? The deep understanding of the Asian market behavior, culture, and relations. It doesn't mean if it applies here, necessarily the people there will be okay with the way that was presented. Maybe it would be even the reverse. So extra sensitive on culture issues. And hopefully, you know, you get to research and understand, you know,